So this weekend, right, I went to a convention, right, and I had brought I collect katanas, right. I have a whole room full of them. I brought a katana, right. It was $700. My girlfriend sent me $200. I didn't even ask her or anything like that, right. She sent me $200 to contribute because she loves making me happy, right. Who doesn't love making the person that they love happy? I tell my coworker, one of them is married, the other one is not married. I tell him, yeah, my girlfriend sent me $200. The one who is not
And he
married
never.
has the audacity to go, oh, I would never send my man $200. I'm just thinking in my head, like, this is exactly why you ain't got no man. You're over here putting restraints on how happy you would make the person that you're in love with. Like, why? Like, if you had up $200 million, why wouldn't you give it to the person that you're in love with?
You say you thought it. Did you say it?
I said it right to her face. Like, that's why you're single, and
Was
that's
your
why.
was your girlfriend there when you said it?
Nah, but we all work together.
I'm saying, was your girlfriend and like, could she hear you say it to the other woman?
Nah, no.
And what was her response to you?
Pardon me.
What was her response to you?
Well, she didn't really say anything. She just laughed about it. She was like, "True." I think women know they have high standards.
So, like, the women having high standards feels challenging to you in some type of way or something?
mm, Not at all. I just think that they standardize the dumbest things sometimes.
I mean, her standard was like a guy who, yeah, sending you $200. She think you subpar as a man. Why would you? And I think you got that. What you try? Why you try to throw an insult at her? But telling somebody that's why they don't have a man really is an insult.
But
Because
I didn't say it in an insulting
it
way.
doesn't matter. But you gotta listen. If you the man,
Mm-hmm.
then that might actually be a compliment. Even though like you didn't mean it that way, I could see her taking it as a compliment.
Oh, she did not take it as a compliment. It was more. It was more in reference
So
to
she
how.
laughed it off. But now you're saying she didn't take it as a compliment.
But just because somebody, do we laugh at compliments? Usually we say thank you for a compliment, do we not?
I got a question for you.
Hold on, real quick, Smokey. I wanted him to tell us more about his insecurity. So what do you?
But
Why
what
do
am
you
I
think he?
insecure about, though, is what I'm asking.
You just said women's standards be too high. You feel insecure about not being able to meet certain standards in women, so you gotta settle for somebody who will send you $200.
Mm.
I guess. Thank God I got somebody to send me $200.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
don't
that's what
know.
I'm saying.
I
Like
don't know. I don't know how you could ever reference that in being
reference.
bad. My partner giving me something to make me happy. But if you want to, I guess.
So how you try to like do a chuckle? Was that not a real laugh? Like when the lady didn't laugh, he
No,
actually started laughing.
I'm just wondering, like, why would you not want to give somebody something that you love?
Now I know you're trying to frame it that way, but like I'm giving you the same
But that's
responsibility.
exactly what happened, though. There's nothing to frame it.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're the guy, then that's a compliment. You can't say that women be having high standards, and you are the guy who don't reach those standards, and then you there's no like we could just disagree. Like I don't know why we're disagreeing because clearly you already said it. Like there are gonna be women like, oh, if that's the man I gotta deal with, I'd rather not even deal with it. And I will agree with that stance. But let Baller go.
Okay.
Uh, what is the NG? You talking about neglect or something?
No, it's not abbreviation. It's a word.
Men nag women they feel inferior to. What do you mean?
Let's do this. You go
Nag?
look up. You go look up the three-letter word. Go ahead, Smokey.
All right, so we're gonna approach this, man. I agree with that. That's true. And is that what you're going through? And that's why you posting this right here? I mean, that's tell me how you feel. Like, what's your problem? Like the one dude said he knows his woman has high standards. I was gonna ask him what made her choose him. So that's what y'all gonna be going through for quite some time right now. And you know what's crazy? The most intelligent people that's in the United States, or where I am, are black women with the most degrees. So what y'all got coming up is y'all gonna try to be raising these little men or wannabe boys. Sim's picking. I'm just saying I agree though. Go ahead though.
Now, I
We
appreciate you
got
giving an example. A lot of times I be trying to give like examples, but I'm limited to my worldview. So I love how you came up and give example with negatives. Take note of that, ladies. Go ahead, Mackenzie.
Yeah, no, I agree with what he said. But it's not really an age thing either. It's a mentality because you can have
Like,
men who are older.
What part do you agree with?
I agree with the part that women are going to have to kind of sift through a group of men who have this little boy mentality.
Do they have to?
You know what? You're absolutely right. They do not have to. But
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah. Huh?
yeah, because we got to understand that, like, and I'm saying what the men say. The men are the pursuers. The men are the ones chasing women. It's not the other way
Right.
around, right? So if you're gonna say, well, you got, well, we
Right.
got, so we're gonna call ourselves little boys, and we ain't got much going for us, and you're chasing, it doesn't make sense. Like that
Right. You're
what
you're
are we
almost
talking
you're
about?
almost framing it as if it's like you're framing it like you have no will in it, like you have no authority in changing that narrative.
Yeah, because it's
I
like
got it.
if I'm a salesperson, I'm trying to sell somebody something, and they don't want it, and I'm like, well, you not can't settle for this fucked up refrigerator. I'm selling, like, they're gonna be like, what? They're gonna walk away. Nobody wants your raggedy ass refrigerator. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make
Right.
sense. So like, yeah, if that's
Right.
the that's what I'm saying. It does, like, if the men, if they want to say, well, the standards are low because they hoping that someone will, wife them up from being the low ball, then I mean that's on them. But again, they're the pursuers. They the one who chase women. So it's like
Yeah, but
whatever.
the thing with men, and I feel like, let's say if a breakup happens, for most part, I'm not saying all the time, but for most part, women will kind of like self-reflect, maybe take some time and not date. Men
Hmm.
don't really self-reflect. They kind of hop to another partner. And I don't think there's really any changes in behavior unless it's kind of like, you know what, this is really, really going to serve me, which is why you see guys who get older who are like, you know what, I should probably change the cord because I'm going to need a caretaker and things like that. But I don't really see them doing that like inner work
Yeah,
in the
that's the
same way
thing.
to be a better person.
Yeah, they just want to be with the next woman because that's the thing. Part of the character flaw that they have is that they codependent on women. So like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense that a man would leave a relationship and try to find another woman to trap. And so she's leaving. Like that's the cycle they get stuck in. But I mean, like I said, that's their problem. What's up,
Right.
Summer?
Hey Tara, hey everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, men do nag women they feel inferior too. They want to take us down a peg. They want to humble us. They want to be like, you're not being realistic. That's why when a man mentions our standards being higher, obviously he doesn't meet the standard and he wants us to not have those standards and not tell other women about those standards because less and less of them would have access. And I mean, if you ain't got $200, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to level up. You shouldn't even be with a woman. You need to like work on yourself. You need to earn some money. You need to ask your bros, ask your boys for some money, ask your daddy for some money, you know? Not a woman. She already makes less money than you if y'all doing the same job, the same education. She already has to deal with way more than you. She already is oppressed in so many ways. And now the oppression of having to be with you and also you taking her money, like that's horrible.
Just like you going to a five-star restaurant and saying, well, your prices are so high. People like me would never shop here like that. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Or like your clothes are raggedy and you're like, well, you have a dress code and you're not letting people like me in. Like that don't make no fucking sense. That's
Pardon
what I'm
me,
saying.
Tara.
But also too, real quick, I just feel like the pride is gone because when you have a certain amount of pride, like they have a lot of ego, but when you have a certain amount of pride, it's like, you know what, I don't want to take that from her. I actually want that for her. I'm gonna try to go get it out my own. Like I'm gonna get it for myself. I'm gonna try to add to her plate. I'm not gonna take away from her plate. So I think that's kind of what's missing nowadays. I don't
Can
know.
I can I ask you a question though? Right? Where did this context come up that I didn't have this money?
No, hold up. Nobody wants to talk about your unique experience or whatever. Who cares? The bar is low. The thing is, the bar has been lowered for you, and the reality is for women. Women should not accept the lowest bar. If you at the lowest tier of the bar, that's fine. Just stay there. We don't have to go into your personal backstory and you try to defend what you already said. It's been said. It's out there. People got what they got from
My
it.
girlfriend sent me money. What the hell? Okay. Okay. She sends me money all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody wants to be. I don't think women are fighting over men who want somebody to send money all the time. That's the point.
I'm saying that it's also the fact that you're kind of taking pride that she's sending you money. It's like you're not taking pride in saying I'm providing for her. I'm, doing for her. It's like
I don't do not a dang for
Well,
her.
that's
I
the
did.
interesting. I'm gonna tell you
I
where it falls short. Normally, like yeah, men amongst themselves will talk to each other about the things they do to manipulate and get over women with, right? Whatever. But then I think it's also a lack of social skills to go to the women who you will also be trying to pursue and be like, look what I got, look what I got. Like if anything, we feel sad for that woman that like she settled for you. That's what I'm saying. Like how do you think we're receiving your message right now? Cause it sounds like you saying nana boo boo, and I'm just over here glad that I'm not stuck with a nigga like you. What do you think is going on right now, sir?
I mean, I really don't care
I
if
mean, you do care
you.
because you give a hold up, you just clarified, so you do care. You want to make sure the story was set straight, so you can't say you don't
No,
care. No, that wasn't a question. We know you care. I'm asking you, how do
I
you think
don't
we're
though.
receiving the message? Like, what do you think we hear when we hear you say that?
I mean, I just said I brought something and she sent me some money towards it.
Yeah, but I'm saying
She
as
thought it was
women, listen to
expensive.
what I'm saying. As
And she
women,
said not to send it back or she'll block me.
okay, sir, this is what I'm saying. We not your friends. We not like your male friends who like talk about like the the deplorable shit that you do. We're
That's
women.
deplorable, her
That's what I'm
sending me
saying. Hold
something.
up, sir. Why do you what do you think us as women are hearing when you say this? What do you think our reaction is to this? Because it's real interesting.
I mean, the woman that was married that was there was like, yeah, I send my stuff. I send my
She
husband stuff to get him stuff all the time.
no. I'm asking you right now, when you're like nan and a boo boo to us, how do you think we're receiving what you're saying?
I'm not saying nah, boo boo though.
No, you're. Oh, I'm just reframing it. You're like, oh, she did this. Whatever. Like, why? Why do you think we care? Why do you think like that's a flex on us as women? You do know that women are pursued by men, right? And y'all compete for women, correct? Did you know that,
I don't really compete for women. No, that's outdated.
sir? Nobody. Listen to what I'm saying. You are not a suitable pursuer. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you lacking some self awareness right now.
But
Am I wrong? Hold
I'm
up.
not suitable, but I've
Hold
had
up.
plenty of
Hold on,
girlfriends.
hold on, hold on. I'm gonna help you out. Let me show you. I'm gonna do a poll. If y'all think he's a suitable pursuer, go ahead hit the smiley face emoji. If you think hell no, hit the crying face emoji. Just let him see the feedback because I don't know. I think he again don't know what's going on. And while you look at that feedback, we'll go to Barbie. What's up, Barbie?
What's up with it? How you doing?
I really
You said what?
don't understand.
You breaking up.
Crazy nowadays. You tell
Hold on, hold on.
somebody,
You breaking up.
hey,
Sorry, get your signal together. I think you. I don't know what happened. I'm
Was I
gonna
breaking up?
hold up, but if you look at the poll, like overwhelmingly, and there's a couple of men who said that you are suitable, so maybe you need to go look in their DM. But the mass majority of women say like you're not even a guy to be considered. That's what I'm saying. It's not like we in here like, oh my god, who want to be with Jameson? You like, well, I got one that would do this. Nobody's willing to send you money. It's weird. Go ahead, Barbie. You're on mute.
I just find it really funny. You think you know me?
My bad. I got yeah, side sidetracked it. Um, what's good?
What's up?
How you doing?
Do you want a response to
Men
that?
nag women they feel inferior to.
They feel
Um,
what into?
inferior to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um, yeah. And yeah, I agree.
All right. It seemed like you're struggling a little bit with your original thought. Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a flex
Hmm.
for men to go to women and talk about the stuff they get from other women?
A flex to go to men and talk about the stuff they get from other women.
Let me help you out. Let's say you're dating somebody, like you want to be serious with this person, right? Are you
Hmm.
then going to say, "Well, my ex did this and my ex did that," and like is that going to be your go-to? Are you going to take out the dinner and be like, "Well, you could pay the bill. My ex would have paid the bill." Would you do that?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Why not? His signal.
His signal went out.
Yeah, so he wouldn't do it either, and the reason why, because you're trying to impress the person, right? Because they understand, men understand the dynamics. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you can
My
tell
bad.
somebody, "Oh, go ahead, sir."
No, I said nah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go brag to my boys about that.
I mean, you might brag to your boys about it. Let's be for real, but you wouldn't go to a woman and brag about that because why?
Oh, you talking about like if I would go to the woman and brag about it?
Yeah,
Oh, nah, hell nah.
why not?
Um, I wouldn't do that with my guys either. I mean, that's just to me that's more private. That's like a
I mean, I
private
would.
part
The
of.
reason I said because men do it. We hear men do it, right? But what the reason why I'm saying like you
Uh,
can do it to this with this woman because you know that you don't want to look like a bum ass motherfucker. You know that it's other dudes out there who are worse or even better, and you trying to like it's like an interview. You trying to show yourself as the most suitable candidate, so you're not going to do that. So that's what I'm saying. What sense does it make? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Negging the way men be negging, especially women who they're not in relationships with, is really interesting. It can't only be an ego thing. It can only be like a psychological dominance thing that he's trying to do because it makes no sense.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe to make her feel little or something. To
Mm-hmm. Now,
to maybe
why would a
because
man
some
want?
women get more curious when you do that to them.
No, 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 no. But no, no, no. Why would the man want to do that though? Why would a man want to make her feel little?
To control her.
Yeah, because honestly, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's easily controlled?
I feel like it's a control tactic. Yeah.
Yeah, but my question is, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody who can be easily controlled?
If I want to what?
Do you want to be in a relationship with someone who can be easily controlled?
Um. Nah, hell nah. Cause yeah, nah. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's easily controlled because then I just feel like she could be easily controlled by someone else behind my
Exactly.
back.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, so that's my point that I was saying to Jameson because like here's the thing, women
Prissy,
have to
watch out.
yeah, so like women literally have to deconstruct or like take wisdom from somebody because the default is to be somebody who accepts barely nothing. But the thing is, like to be in that mindset and be easily manipulated could be easily manipulated by anybody. So it's not actually that that man has any value, which is why it's important that the bar is low because anybody could be with that person. Because it's if it's looking for validation from a person, it doesn't matter if it's you or another person. So you don't feel. I'm pretty sure those type of guys like Jameson don't feel confident in his relationship, which is why like you got to neg the next woman too. Um,
Mm.
hold on,
I
your
haven't really heard
background.
him talk, so I can't really say
Hold
nothing.
on. Think your background. It don't matter. He could be anybody. It's just a man
They
with
said I'm
like.
insecure because my girlfriend sent me $200.
Think your background is loud. See how you just try to clarify then? You want him to do you want him to validate you? Because you just try to frame it a certain way. Barbie, do you want to validate Jameson so he can feel better about what he said up here?
Yeah, like what she send you $200 for?
So to give you some context, right? I went to a convention this weekend and I brought a collectible, right? And she just when I sent her a picture of it, she sent me $200 and said, "Hey, babe, I want to
You
be a
said
part of it.
you said brought, like brought it with you or bought?
Bought, like
Oh,
purchased,
okay.
right? She said,
Uh
"Hey,
huh.
babe, I want to be a part of this with you. Here is a contribution." I said, "No, I don't need this. Can I send it back?" She said, "Don't send it back, or I'll block you on Zelle." That's it.
No, he
They
also
over
said
here
she's.
saying,
He
"Oh
also
my
said.
God."
No, he also said
No,
she
no,
sends him
hold on,
money all the
Summer.
time, and he
Hold on,
doesn't
Summer.
give her nothing.
Yeah, so even
Obviously, I give my girlfriend
hold,
something.
hold up, because he's
Duh.
gonna try to argue that point. So my question is to
Mm.
Barbie: is that something you would go to other women and brag about?
Well, who
Nah,
said I was
hell no.
bragging? Who said I
Why
was
not? Hold up,
bragging?
Jameson. Let him respond. Tell us why.
Yeah, hell no. Like that's corny.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. It's
Yeah,
corny.
this is corny as fuck. Yeah.
Think you got your background noise
Yeah,
together?
why would you do that, Jason?
Who the
Why
fuck is
you brag?
Jameson?
What's his name?
Because he was negging us. That's the thing.
Mm.
He was negging us. Which is what it is.
When
Even
did
though
I
we're
neg you?
online, hold up. Even though we're online and he'll never meet us, not only is he negging us, he was negging a woman at his job, right? Even though he would never be with a woman like anybody on his panel, I'm sure, or the woman at his job, he has to nag another woman, be like, "Nana and boo boo, I know, like I got this woman, she doing these things for me." Like it's very, like you said, corny. But let Morgan go.
Why do you put it in that
Hold up,
context?
Jameson. Hold up, Jameson. Let Morgan go. Then you can add more details
Okay,
if you like.
okay.
Morgan, you on mute.
Okay, I just wanted to say I think you're spot on, and negging is under a subcategory of what we call mate retention tactics, where the goal is to lower the perceived value of somebody who is the interest of romantic love, but has more value than the person who has the feeling. So when a man sees a woman and he knows he ain't shit, instead of saying, "Oh my God, you're better than me," he says, "Oh my God, look, you're not shit either." And it's really just that simple. Like, this is documented. You could research this. Mate
I'm glad you
retention
said that. I
tactics.
had to put it in my I'm gonna look more into that. I like that because
Yes.
there's a it's a because I was talking about that the other day. It's like a set of behaviors, and if you have pattern recognition, you understand that like it exists in like men do it. Period. Where essentially they find different ways to like lower women confidence to feel like they're worth dealing with in ways that they try to protect their own ego.
Do you
Thank
think
you,
all
though.
men do that?
I'm gonna say yeah, because it's just easy to just say all men do it. If you don't do it, who cares?
Nah, I'm saying nah. I just asked. I was just asking.
I'm
Maybe
not just
some.
saying, but the thing is, you're asking me as a woman, do all men do that? When women, again, if this is something that men do, women need to be on their uh, always looking to see if men are trying this tactic, right? So I'm gonna assume all men are doing it. I'm not gonna give somebody a pass and say, well, some don't, because you never know. He might not do it initially, but let's say he's codependent. He ain't really got a community and friends, and he just like really want this a relationship to keep going, even though it's toxic, he may start doing it then. So, like, are men capable of it? Are men conditioned and socialized to do it? All men are.
I was gonna say maybe all men do it, but just some of them don't notice that they're doing it.
What I can understand that if you're doing it subconsciously or not, the fact that you're doing it and the impact and the harm is still going to be there.
Yeah.
Because it's learned behavior. It's pushed out in society. Like I said, this show Martin was popular as hell. A lot of people watch Martin. He did it all the time. And if you know anything about social learning theory, is that people essentially do the things that they see in society. It wasn't People wasn't criticizing Martin for saying this. People was saying the same shit he was saying. It was supposed to be
Yeah,
funny.
they was laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So when you
I didn't
ask
think
me if
about
all
it like
men do
that.
it, yeah. So when you ask me if all men do it, I'm gonna always say yes. Cause like, why would I give anybody a pass if you've been socialized to do it?
Tara, I have a question now,
I
right?
feel you.
What about when you tell another man that's why he ain't got no woman?
I I don't know what corner you think you in. This is a woman's space. We don't really care about men to men in action. That's something you might want. You can ask Barbie that. It might be more appropriate to ask Barbie that than ask me that
Wait,
because
what
like
he say?
he's asking about men interacting with each other. I wouldn't be there because it's men interacting with each other.
Wait.
It's
What'd you
so it's
say?
almost like you can't tell somebody you need to step your game up and and then you'll get a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
What did you say though before?
I said this. I was like, what about when you tell your homeboy that's why he ain't got no girl? Is there something bad about that? I thought you're just keeping it real with them, like, bro, tighten up and you get a girl.
When you tell your homeboy he ain't got no girl?
Yeah, the reason why.
Oh, because he's not doing those things?
Yes.
It's not really the same if you're not romantically interested in
What?
him. That's what I
So
was trying to tell you.
because he's not treating her bad?
No, what? What I'm
But
saying
I'm
is,
hold on. I think the way you
I'm
asked it might
lost.
be, yeah, it is because he's not being clear. Jameson, are you coming from the assumption that everybody wants to be in a romantic relationship?
no, but obviously we're talking about people who do.
Okay, that's the thing. It wasn't obvious, which is why people are confused. You need to clarify what you're saying. So if he's confused, your response will be, okay, let me make it more clear.
Okay.
Do you want to clarify or no?
Yeah, I'll clarify. Okay.
Not too much in the chat, y'all.
No, don't worry about the chat.
Nah, no.
And let's just in the same context of what I did earlier, right? I tell my homeboy, yeah, my girl does this, and he goes, oh, I would never, or and he would say like, oh, I would never do something like that for my girl, right? Like if I were to tell him I did something for my girl, right, and then he says something like, oh, I would never do that for my girl, and then I say something like, that's why you don't got no girl. What's wrong with saying that?
Oh, okay, I get it. I get it.
That's like me saying like I asked my girlfriend to be my girlfriend. I planned a secret picnic for us. I made one of my homegirls set up flowers for her and everything like that,
Yeah, we're
right?
not talking about negging anymore. That's the
But
problem.
is it just negging? Is it not negging because it's a different gender?
What you could do is go look up what negging is too.
Sir, that's why I said unless you got sexual romantic interest in your homeboy, it's not the same behavior. Like it's not meant to do the same thing. And you're not meant to benefit from the alteration that somebody makes to their behavior from negging. You're not gonna benefit from it as a homeboy the way you benefit from it as a romantic partner. So it's not
No,
the
but
same.
it can also come from a place of insecurity though. If he's obsessed with like status and he thinks he's the better man because he in a relationship, then yeah, he could be
Yeah.
doing it for like underlying reasons. But what's
No,
up,
it's more
E?
me telling my homeboy.
Hold on.
Okay.
We don't need the full story. Go ahead, E.
Shook it now. I'm gonna let the lady above me.
No,
Go.
it's your turn. You want me to skip you?
Yeah, just come back to me, please. I'm not inferior to the woman, so I want the woman to go first.
Well, I was gonna say something to him. I was gonna say, I don't know. I feel like guys that do that, they hanging around a bunch of insecure men that got to go back and forth like that with each other. Oh, that's why you wouldn't have no woman. Like I feel like a real man ain't gonna talk about his woman like that. Period. Cause like you talk about my woman and say some crazy shit like that, we fighting. I don't know. Maybe we
But
just
like,
built different.
yeah, at the same time as I'm talking to my friend and they're saying something about their partner that they like venting about, and I'm like, well, I don't think that's like ideal in a relationship. And they're like, well, that's why you ain't got no partner. I'd be like, what the hell? That's weird. It's just weird behavior. But go ahead, White Horse.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure
Hey
y'all
guys,
talking
can you hear
20.
me?
We
Yeah,
be at
okay.
20K right now. We can hear
Um,
you. Go ahead.
yeah, I've been negged by guys in the past, and it's exactly what you said. It's like they'll make an offhand compliment that feels backhanded. Um, and I don't think it's the same in like a same gender situation. Like a hater, I guess a hater would be like the same gender situation, right? But like when it's negging, it's more like I don't feel good in the situation, so let me knock her down so that I can stay in the situation and feel better about it, not leave it. Whereas versus a hater, I feel like it's just like they're not trying to stay necessarily in the dynamic with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this was like as all women have dealt with being nagged by men. It's something that they do all the time. And the crazy part is that it don't. It's weird because it don't make sense. But they keep doing it. Whatever goal they trying to get, it ain't working. But they not letting go of that shit. All right, y'all. The panel open, y'all. You want to clarify something, Jameson?
Nah, not really. I just interject when I need to.
Okay, go ahead, Monty.
Hi.
Thank you, Jazz. Hey, Jazz.
Yeah, I was saying negging is not negging has nothing to do with you feeling like you're better than that person. It has everything to do with that person feeling like you're better than them. So negging can't be with your friend
Thank
who
you.
you want to feel better than. Negging can't be any of that. Negging is seeing a person and knowing that they're vulnerable enough that if you make them feel less than, then they'll feel like they need you romantically in their life, and then you use that to be with them. That's the
Yeah.
only thing negging is.
Let me ask you a question though. Why do men neg virtually also though?
Well, it's insecurity, but
Hmm.
if you're insecure with your male friend who you're not interested in and you're trying to make yourself feel better, that's still not negging, even though it's coming from the same insecurity. It can only be negging when you have that romantic
So
interest.
you don't think men can neg online, or do you think they just want to? They secretly want to pursue all the women that they talking to? Then?
No, yeah, absolutely. I think men can neg
Yeah,
online. I think you can
that's
neg
what I was asking
followers.
you.
Tara,
Oh,
if I
okay.
I
can,
would have to disagree with the.
I
I would
agree
have.
with you because most men don't pay attention to women that they really don't feel some type of attraction to
Thank
anyway.
you, Jill.
Well, all right.
I
Well,
have to.
What?
I have to
Yeah,
disagree.
most men ignore women they're not attracted to
I'm a,
for the
you
most
know
part.
what? All right. Most men, maybe. All right.
I hate when they make statements. I really hate when they make statements and say most men as if they dealt with most men. I think a lot of people just you throw that in there to refrain from saying all because that's what they really want to say, right? You
I could say
cannot sit
all.
up.
You want me to say all?
You can't. Well, you can, and then the conversation would just be non and void because it would be you would be being disingenuous, and two, you haven't dealt with all or have ran into all men to even make that
I'm
statement.
gonna say
I would
true,
even
Right, but
say
the way
I would
men
even say
handle
if I could just finish
hold up,
because
y'all,
I
hold
haven't
up.
spoke.
No, because yeah, I know you guys skip, but listen to what I'm saying. The reason why you can say all right, you gotta understand it happens on the spectrum in different situations because again, it's a socialized behavior. So if it's socialized behavior and we talking about society as in whole, we could just say all. It's gonna show up differently,
But
but
that's
all men
just
have
not.
been social. Hold up, all men have been socialized to do it. That's
Yes,
the thing.
I get
but
what you're
that's
coming from.
different.
That was a smart move.
and what I
Basically
was
saying
saying
that
was
hold on. Basically saying that all men that display that behavior that you're having your set prompt, then you would refrain you would say all men in that aspect. But you cannot come out blatantly and say all men do this because you don't know what all men are doing. You can only speak for the percentage of men that are doing this, right?
Then
For an
that's why I
example,
clarified. It don't matter if he's doing it or not. The fact that all men have been socialized.
okay, but then
But let's say
all
that
men aren't
then.
doing well. Then it would
So,
be
but if he,
disingenuous.
but
It
if
would
a
be
person's been
disingenuous.
socialized, hold up. If a person been socialized to do it based on the situation, they could do it. That's
How
the
do you know
part.
They
that they've been
could do it
socialized?
though.
It's
Well,
a
no, you
society
have.
issue.
How do you know that they've been socialized to do it? How do you know how do you know that? How did
Well,
you
you
come to
just
that
look at
conclusion?
culture. You just look at what happens in the
No, you
world and in
cannot.
culture.
No, because no, you
You
cannot use
understand
that.
what
That's
she's trying to
disingenuous.
say to you?
That's disingenuous. You
My
can look
no,
at
that's
something.
even the
undeniable.
decision to not nag or to positively compliment, it's still a behavioral modification, right? Chooses
Like
to
let's
verse women, right, and shower women with praise. It has value is paired to the nice behavior, even online. Women something positive relative to how women talk to women or relative to how women mostly talk to other people. The way men talk to women positively is rare, and
That's
that's what
not
we're trying to
rare.
get you to understand.
That's
well
not rare.
also
I
hold
think
on,
it's
because
rare to you.
also
Hold on.
what you're
Can I
talking
respond to that? I
No,
think
it's
it's
not rare to me.
I
I'm
think it's
attractive. Most
no,
men pander to me,
but hold
but
on,
they're not
hold
good
on. That's
people.
subject. Hold on. First of all, attraction is subjective. That's one. Two. Yeah. The reason why I say that
Then
the
upload
reason
a
why you're saying
picture.
that,
If it's
the reason why
subjective,
you're saying
upload a
that,
picture.
Hold up,
ma'am, can
y'all.
you
One
that's
let
at
a
a
not
point
even.
time. Hold
land?
up. One
Hold
person
on,
at a
because also what
time.
we're
Please let
talking
me
about
land.
now
Like, y'all just keep
is
interrupting
love
me. I haven't
bombing,
even
not
spoken on a
negging. That's a
prompt
whole other
yet.
conversation.
Like, I would love to finish speaking. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. With that being said, right, to respond directly to what you just said, it seems like you are stuck in this bubble of where it's just you that exists. Like I said, right, subjective attraction is subjective. That's one. And two, you're speaking in your proximity of what you've experienced this, and you're now making it seem like, oh, since I've been through it, most women must have been through this.
No,
No, that
I'm
is
not.
not
I
true.
listen to
That is
most
Hold
not
women.
on.
You
true.
do
That
not
is
listen
not
to
true.
most
That is
women.
not true. I'm not
Can I
done.
respond to
I'm
what
not
Period.
she
done. I'm
said?
not fucking done. Shut the fuck up and let me land. What the fuck
All
is
You
right,
wrong with
shut the
bro.
y'all?
You're
fuck
bugging.
up.
What is wrong with y'all? I did not interrupt y'all while y'all was speaking. Shut the fuck
Calm
up.
down.
I don't
You're so
understand. Stop
Hey,
fucking
yo,
emotional.
interrupting me.
hey,
That shit is so
yeah,
Bro,
annoying.
we
chill
didn't know
out.
you were finished. Relax, bro. Just
Like,
say you're not
bro,
You
what the
done.
ain't gotta
fuck?
talk. You ain't gotta talk to her like that
Okay, but
though.
stop
You ain't got.
interrupting. That shit is so fucking
Nah, but
Now,
annoying.
if I
you ain't
start
gotta
If I
calling
talk to
you
was
her
sitting up
like
something,
here
that
doing
though.
you
that,
be
You
upset.
if I was
yelling and
sitting up here
shit.
doing that, you would be upset. I
I'm
was
gonna
not
start
doing
calling
that.
you
I
a
gave you
bitch
my
because you
undivided.
acting like
I
one.
gave you my
Stop
undivided
Relax.
crying.
respect. I gave you my
Stop
undivided respect
crying, nigga.
while you were
You
speaking.
didn't. You cut me
Yes, I
off,
did.
but I didn't do
I
all
was
that.
not off mute when you were talking. I haven't even
He want to
answered the
land his
prompt.
plane
Shut
so
the fuck
bad.
up.
Calm
Like,
down.
oh my God. Stop
Breathe,
interrupting me.
bitch.
Stop
Breathe.
Stop
interrupting me,
crying,
bitch.
nigga.
The fuck is wrong with you? Like
Something
I
wrong
was
with this
saying.
nigga.
Like I know I'm like, bro, don't sit there and try to gaslight me and try to make it seem like I'm bugging.
Shut your
I
bitch
haven't
ass
even
up
Bro,
and do
went.
either
your
I
say the
plan,
haven't
thing you
even
want
went.
to
nigga.
There you
say
go
or
negging. You're
You
negging
still
right now.
crying and
You're
shit.
negging right now. There
Shut
you
the
go.
fuck
Thank you.
up.
With that being said, like I said, bro,
it's
we
not
have
on
to start.
negative
We
you.
have to get out of this
Crybaby ass
bubble.
nigga.
We have to get out of our bubble and come with an open mindset. You are not the only woman that exists, and you haven't spoke to most women. You haven't. Most women would indicate that you spoke to 51% of women in the world. You haven't done that. You spoke to the woman that you've encountered. Maybe most of the women that you've encountered, that's the case. But you're speaking like you spoke to over 50% of the women that exist in the world, and that's not the case. You and I both know that. Stop being
Bitch, my
disingenuous.
background is in
Stop being
demography and
disingenuous.
statistics.
Stop being
Bitch,
disingenuous.
my
This
Stop
just
being
background
isn't
is in
valuable
disingenuous.
input.
demography and
What you're
Stop
saying.
being
statistics. Okay?
disingenuous and come to the
My
conversation
background
with
is
some
in
intellect.
demography.
It's
Other people's
ridiculous.
opinion is
It
my
is
fucking job.
ridiculous. You are
And their
upset.
experience is
Yep,
my
stay
Bro, what
job.
you're
mad. Stay
saying
No,
is
you're
mad.
not valuable
emotional,
Stay
input.
mad.
bitch.
Emotional. Okay.
Yes.
Emotional.
You're on your
Emotional. That's a
Darius,
word.
dude.
That's a word. Right.
Yes.
Yep. Go ahead. What am I else?
Yes.
GAY? I'm GAY too? Yeah.
No, you're
Totally.
sassy
Totally.
as
Right. Yeah.
All right,
fuck.
hold
GAY.
on. Can I
Yeah.
actually respond
Totally.
to the thing she
It's just
actually
very
said?
interesting. It's very
Yeah,
interesting that we come up with
hold
that
on,
point.
You've been talking for a while. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Ron.
Now because you know why it feels like that, Taro? Because niggas
Hold
been
on,
interrupting.
Come on now.
Can I
You've been
respond to the
talking
Niggas
thing
for
been
she
interrupting me.
actually
That's why
said?
it feels like I've been talking for a while.
All right, what she actually said, because all we can do is come with our experience. So all she can do is talk about the women who she knows and her own experience. So it's not even valuable input to say you haven't talked to all the women in the world. No one's talked to all the women in the world. But what you were describing was love bombing, which is different from negging. So if we want to talk about the ways that the world has trained men to treat women, then love bombing is one of those things and negging is one of those things. And I do agree that all men have been conditioned to treat women that way. I think that's different from saying all men treat women that way, though. And I think if you say all men do this thing, instead of saying all men have been conditioned to do this thing, I actually think you're bringing less value to the fact that all men have been conditioned to do this thing, because now you have guys like what E is saying. He can come, well, not all men, not all men. Well, you can't deny that if you just look at culture, all men have been conditioned to do that thing.
I haven't.
Okay, well,
There's
you
no
haven't.
stat to
You
That's
back
said,
that
awesome,
up.
bro.
hold
I'm
There's
on,
no
happy for
stat
you.
to back that up.
hold
There's no
on. You
stat to
said
back that
based
up.
on what E is saying, and he disagrees with you. I think that's interesting.
No,
Exactly.
I'm saying no. Listen, what I'm saying is when you say all men, you make space for men like E to say the thing he's saying, where it's like, well, you haven't talked to all men, which doesn't make any sense. No one has talked to
Not
all people.
necessarily. No, because you speaking to my point, right? He couldn't refute my point, which is why he didn't respond to me. So you can't say that. And then when you actually
But
was
and
responding to her point, hold up, he doesn't even agree with you. So y'all not on the same page.
We're not on
no,
the
So
I
same.
know I
understand.
disagree with him.
So
That's what
so
I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. But no, I'm not. The reason why you have to understand why that's important for women to know, because again, so women's space, women's a target audience. So women understand that all men are capable of negging. So when it's happening, she don't feel like she can, it's not so easy for her to be gaslit by that man. All men are capable of doing it. So yeah.
Right. But what I
Yeah,
was
right.
saying is, I
Hold
Exactly.
think
on,
if
hold
we
up, y'all.
if
Let Cat go. Let Cat go.
Oh man, I was just trying to understand what the negging thing is in general, but y'all kind of I guess described it in a way, I guess that kind of makes sense. To me, it
I
just sound like
mean,
to
it's
me
very
to me
easy to
it
go
just
look
sound
up the
like to me
word.
it just
It's
sound
only
like
3 letters. You could have like just looked up the definition.
nah, it's cool. I'm just saying, like to me, from your descriptions and the context that y'all gave, it's just like pimp ideology. You know what I mean? Like double
Yes.
handed compliments, trying to use a woman to manipulate to, vulnerabilities, insecurities, just playing on vulnerabilities and insecurities. And that goes both ways. I mean, manipulation can be used both ways. Typically, I guess if you looking at a certain
But you
age
just
group,
shifted because now you said manipulation. We talking about negging. That's why I say you need to go look up the
but
definition.
it's a tool
Hold
of
on, no, hold up,
manipulation though,
hold up,
right?
hold up. Negging didn't start with the pimp culture. It didn't end with the pimp culture. You just see it in pimp culture. The thing is, you shifted and said manipulation. We talking about negging. So if you're gonna say women also neg, then you can proceed what you're saying. If you're gonna say manipulate, you're doing a word play. You changed it. So you talking about manipulation or you talking about negging? Because you
I
talking
think it is a
about
byproduct, though.
oh, no,
I
no,
think
no. Hold
manipulation is
up.
a byproduct of
He can
negging.
speak for himself. Are you talking about manipulation or you talking about negging?
I think they're related.
Okay, you didn't look up the definition. So after you go get the definition, explain to us how they related, then you can finish. We gonna open the
But
panel back up.
what he was saying though is sort of
To,
oh,
yeah, I would love to go real fast.
Thank you for
So Tara,
listening.
oh brother.
So Tara, I do agree with you. When you say that all men is capable of doing these things, then that's when I can't refute that. Now, when you're saying that all men are doing these things or have done these things, now I can get into refuting it. Because where's the stat or where is your proof or evidence that all men have
Bro,
done
you
these
keep
things?
saying
How
this
do
and it's
you
just
know?
not
Because
valuable.
see,
Guys,
hold up. E,
it's one
you
at a
talking about
time when
being hold
speaking.
up. No, because you talking about being
This is
disingenuous.
not a valuable
That
input.
Yeah,
argument about the all thing that we've heard it a lot, and you're being disingenuous because of course nobody can prove that. That's the problem, and that's how you like you're not getting anywhere in the conversation because now you know something that's impossible. You're trying to formulate it as an argument. You're wasting time.
I'm
That's
not
why I
wasting time. I
said,
think
that's why I
that
said
You
that's
all
the
are,
men
thing though.
bro.
benefit because
That's
men
the
who
thing
do
though.
not neg get to be the
That's
good guys
that's okay.
compared to
Which
the
is
men
love
who neg.
bombing.
And
And
men
good
who
guy is
neg get to normalize negging women. So
okay.
all of
So
y'all benefit from the behavior,
hold
whether
on,
you
hold on.
perform it
How
or
did you come to that
not.
conclusion? How do you
I
come
just
to
said
the
it.
conclusion? How
I
do you come to the
just said
conclusion? No,
it.
ma'am. Listen to the
I
question.
just
Listen to the
explained.
question. How do you come to the conclusion that men that are not negging are the good guy? How do you come to that
I did
conclusion?
not say they
That's
are.
not
I
what
said
she's
that is the
saying.
label they are socially assigned compared
Thank
to
you,
men who
E.
neg. Men who do
Socially
not
assigned.
display men who do not display verbal abuse compared to verbal
Man.
abusers are non-verbally abusive. That doesn't mean they're not everything else, but they're not
Okay.
displaying, so they're not as readily tagged. Duh.
Okay. Okay.
Experience is a valuable argument, bro. Like if everyone's saying this has been my experience and people
No,
keep
I
saying that,
understand
it's a
that.
valuable
I
argument.
But
You
let
don't
him
understand
need to
that.
come with
finish. Hold
stats and
up. Let him
numbers.
finish.
But Tara, Tara, see this is the thing though, Tara.
No,
You
but I'm
say
saying
that.
E,
You
you
say
got
that, but then
hold up. He
as
was
I've been trying to
hold up.
speak,
E, I didn't even get to hear what he was saying because you was talking over him.
but I did open like when you said open panel, I did start speaking first, and I got interrupted, regardless of people disagreeing with me or agreeing or not.
No, he
Like
was
I
already talking because I
got
was listening to
okay,
him.
all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute up. But when I start speaking, I ask you, you ask the same way that you're telling me to let people finish. You tell the same motherfuckers that are gonna come off mute like a pack of hyenas to let me finish too.
All right. What I was saying was what you're talking about. I don't see your name because my display is all. Oh, Morgan. What you're talking about is called love bombing. It's when men know that okay, women are getting negged or women aren't getting
Hold on, didn't you
kindness.
already make that point though?
I was just saying that that's
Point.
like
It's an
that's
echo chamber. I swear.
all
Like
right.
let someone
So
speak with nuance.
hey,
Like
I'm
oh
not
my
done.
god.
Remember, it's one at a time. Remember you were saying that.
Hmm.
The reason I brought that up is because then we got into the conversation of are we talking about negging or manipulation? So what I'm saying is there's all these different forms of manipulation. So that's all I was saying. Is like if we're focusing
Thank you
on
for listening.
negging,
But
then negging is the thing we're
did you
talking
look
about.
up the definition of negging yet?
I know the definition of negging.
I don't think that was him who didn't know. That was
Oh, that
Cat.
wasn't you. Okay. Who was that? I thought somebody was.
That was Cat. He didn't know what the
Also, I'm
definition was.
generally agreeing with what y'all are saying. All I was saying was if when we say
But to be fair, negging can happen during the love bombing phase.
Yes, no, agreed. But also they can happen separately. And I think it's important to be able to.
But the fact that, and what I'm saying is, because you already made that point, the fact that it can happen during the love bombing phase, wouldn't it be more productive to the conversation to talk about, like, use some examples instead of just restating what you said before?
Well,
Sarah,
what
Pardon
I'm
can
me.
not
I add
trying to do is
Pardon
context?
me.
restate it. What I'm trying to do is
Can you
go
neg the
past that
girl that
point
you're in a
and say,
relationship with?
Sarah, can I add
sorry?
context? What I was
Yeah, go
trying to
ahead, add some
say,
context.
what I was saying was, even if a woman is not being the subject of negging, right?
Yes.
Another woman being the subject of negging creates a type of triangulation. Y'all keep talking about manipulation. Sure, it doesn't matter. I was explaining that it doesn't have to be that you as a black man are the subject of racism for you to watch someone be attacked and it affect your behavior.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that was my point.
Right. And I'm agreeing
So
with your
if
point.
she's being negged, or if she's watching someone being negged, or if the man she's with is negging someone else, it's still her first or secondhand experiencing negging.
I agree.
That was the point.
Yeah. And I knew that was the point. All I'm saying is, I think it's important that we're able to
That's why
say,
I said,
okay,
if you,
this
all
is exactly
right,
what
so
this
give some
is.
examples instead of restating it again. We heard you say it.
Well, because the thing itself is not necessarily what I'm trying to talk about. What I'm
So
trying to
tell,
talk about is if we say, and if I already said this, then my bad. What I'm saying is if we're able to very specifically identify it, so I guess I can give examples to help
yeah, that's what I
with
want you
that.
to
But
do. Give
like,
examples.
I don't know, it's stuff like, I mean, it is stuff like in the picture. That's why you ain't got no man. Like it's stuff that is that simple. It's things like,
So
oh,
I already
you
gave, that's my example.
right.
Can you give
Like,
us an
or oh, you
example?
smell really good. Like, had you worn a better outfit, like it would have really, I don't know, stuff like that. I like
Okay, but you're comparing it to love bombing. So give us an example of love bombing where it wouldn't be negging. That way it'd be like
love
flip
bombing
flop.
without negging is just never negging. Like you just don't say the mean things because you know that the person that's not going to work on the person. What's going to work on the person is the constant positivity and the constant, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I love you so much. I never met anybody like you before. You're so like you understand me, blah blah blah. It's creating that bond with just the positivity.
You're not like other girls. That's negging the group of
Yes.
women as a whole.
Well, no, the you're not like other girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
well,
a
okay,
great,
yeah,
hold
it's
up.
negging the other
Morgan, that
women,
was
I
a great
suppose.
example. Thank you. And
But the
simple.
negging, that's what I'm saying though, is the negging, you can't neg the other girls if unless you want the other girls.
But
So
the
if you
Oh,
say
negging,
you're not
man.
like other girls
I think
to
I'm
this
gonna be
one
honest,
girl, you're love
Amani,
bombing her, you know?
Be honest with you. It's not working. Maybe
Thank you.
take a second to
Right.
No,
read
but
the
it's
hold
not
up,
negging
hold up,
unless you
Amani.
want them.
Amani, I asked you for
That's
example.
false.
Hold up. You use my
What?
example, and then and the second thing you said was too vague. Morgan unmuted and gave a great example. So just
But it
like
wasn't
Yeah.
correct.
negging her
Can I go
example.
next? Can I go next? And I would like to refute what he
Hold up,
said.
You can go next, but calm down. Listen what I'm saying, Amani. It's the way you think it's coming out, it ain't coming out. So take some time to rethink about your thoughts. And then the next time you talk, you can be more clear. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, like I said, I would like to refute what he said, and I find it very funny. He didn't separate the two, love bombing and negging, because you can neg while love bombing. He didn't separate the two until you acknowledge to him that there's a difference between the two, right? So first things
I
first, right? I
immediately
would in fact,
separated the
I
two.
nope, stop,
That was the first thing I said.
no, stop.
That was the first thing I
One at a
said.
time. Remember, you reminded me that I said that, and you're doing it.
Yeah, but
So
now
one
you're
at a
just
time.
lying about what I said. So
One
now
at
I
a
don't
time.
care
That's
about the
fine.
one
I
at a
don't give a
time.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Hold up.
So if you don't care if
Correct
you're
me
Yeah,
lying,
after.
then
Amani,
why are you having the
Correct me
conversation?
after.
hold
Correct
up.
me after.
Yeah, if you disagree, let him finish, and you can respond after
Thank you.
Jamie go. Because Jamie wanted
Yeah,
to say something.
but we're gonna see. He's gonna have a hard time doing that, right? Because he wants to seem like the intellectual
No,
guy
but
here.
see, hold
Uh,
up. Now you attacking him directly instead of
okay.
making your
Okay.
point.
So he can respond though
Exactly.
after. He can respond after. because they attacked my points. So now, like I was saying, right, love bombing. For an example, and I would like to use this example, telling a girl that she's better than other girls is actually equates to negging, because what you're doing is you're taking away the value of other women that you have yet to even meet to know, and then saying that due to the fact that you're with this one woman, she is no way possible no other woman is better than her, or does better than her, or is better than her. That is the correlation with negging in love bombing, right? And another thing I
That
do
would be
want to say,
incorrect.
huh?
That's not no. That's not necessarily the thing. It's not compare. It's not a. It's not a sincere comment. It's actually a manipulation tactic. Hold up. Who got the echo?
And that's why I
Hold on.
said,
Hold on. Hold on. Let me explain because you didn't explain it clearly. That's not going to be correct because now you're saying, oh, you don't know all the other women. The reason why it's a manipulation tactic is so that she can compare herself to other women, right? So now, so it's like if other women are doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm saying you're not, that woman, if she want to be with you, she may be more prone to doing X, Y, and Z behaviors for the man's benefit. So not for the reason that you're saying it.
telling her that can be that. That's the thing, though. You telling her that will encourage her to think that.
But
I would even say,
well, hold up,
that's
E. Are you telling me when a
Tara. Oh
man
my
say that you
god,
better than
bro.
hold up, E, hold up. When a man tells a woman you're better than all other women in the world, do you think a man actually believes that?
Does, and I would even correlate her with the pick me, because that's what pick me's. That's how pick me's are formed. Literally, they have a guy in their corner that tells them these good things, these great things, have them feel like they're better than the next woman. Then the woman starts to compare her to other women. She'll come into spaces and be like, "Well, y'all need to stop doing that and let the man do this and stop doing this." They will automatically make their rhetoric and rearrange their rhetoric
Okay.
around them to make it seem like they're the exception between these women.
I don't think you believe that's true, but I'm just going to
I
disagree
do
with you.
believe that's true, and we're not gonna ever get anywhere with the conversation if we keep going down this fine line. Like I don't understand. I don't get it. Like I feel
I'm
like
saying you
let the
didn't.
point
I
land.
literally
I
hold
feel like
up.
let the point
Hold
land,
up,
Tara, and then
E.
correct it.
Hold up. I literally just said if we don't agree, that's fine. You can go on with your point.
Okay, but like I said, I believe that's true. If I didn't believe that's true, I wouldn't have said it. But with that being said, far as into what the lady said earlier, and I'm probably gonna misconstrue her words because there's so many fucking interruptions after that, right? She went out her way to even say, hold on, let me get it because I actually wrote it down. She spoke about the secondhand experience. She said that you cannot eliminate that she's being negged due to the fact that she secondhandly experienced it. I would disagree with that. Just because just because you're aware of something does not mean that just because you're brought or the awareness is brought to it does not mean that it's actually happening to you. So she can be aware of the negging that's happening from this other person that she's seeing from this other person. It does not directly mean that she's being negged. And I land.
That's not what she said.
Go ahead, Jameson.
I was just gonna say, like, I thought at first that negging was just saying this is why you ain't got no man, right? But now that
Yeah,
I
you
see,
could have looked it up.
now that I see it's much broader, that it's like trying to boost somebody up by taking somebody down, right? I feel like in the whole complimenting phase of a relationship, you're always gonna give your partner compliments, right?
Hold on,
But
I
I
want to
had
know if you guys self awareness. Do you recognize how you was trying to neg us?
What?
when did I
Yeah.
ever try to neg? When did I ever
All
try
right,
to
so
neg
hold up,
you?
hold up. Take some time to think about it, because we already we had a whole conversation about it. See if you can recognize it, because you came in here negging us. Uh,
What?
Go ahead, Amani, and then we gonna go to Sharon.
Okay, I'm gonna just because we keep talking about the definition and like looking it up, I'm gonna read exactly what the definition says. It says
Can you
the
read the
practice,
source as well before you start the definition? Can you tell us who the definition is from, please?
Oxford, the practice of insulting or undermining someone in the belief that diminishing self confidence will make them more receptive to sexual advances. So, like I was saying, unless you are interested in someone sexually or romantically, you literally cannot be negging them. You're still being unkind, you're still being mean. That's still not good. But unless you are trying to make that person more open to your advances to them, it's not negging. So telling a woman you're not like other women, you're better than other women is part of love bombing, but it's not negging. But they
Why are
can
y'all,
happen
if
at
I
the
may,
same
hold on, let
time.
me show you something though. What I'm talking about is when you're saying, oh, you're so much more amazing than all the other women, you're attacking an identity group she cannot shed.
Okay, I
Whether
hear you.
you think she's the most amazing. Okay, you remember in Django, right?
Yeah.
One in
No, I
10,000 niggas. He's a nigga. It doesn't matter that he's one in 10,000. They're going to subject him to all the treatment of being a nigga. And he's always vulnerable to being a nigga.
no, you're right. I didn't think about it that way. You're right.
But also, I want to say this because the thing is, it's like a collective negging also because men want to stand it be at a certain level, even if he's not going to directly benefit from the sexual event, pursuing sexual favors, he'll do it for another man too, and that's important because it's important that we
No,
know
you're
that
right.
men.
Yeah.
Hold up, yeah, because like the way you frame it and make it seem like it's only going to happen in a relationship. A man will neg you to get you to lower your standards for other
For his
men because
friends.
because of the way society works. He also benefits from that.
You're right. I didn't think about it that way.
Go ahead, Sharon.
All right. What's up, Tara? What's up, y'all?
Um,
Uh, man, that's why you ain't got a man. Man neg women they feel inferior to. Yes, absolutely. I would say we even neg women that we perceive as being like, less or worse than us for real. Because ultimately we seek to manipulate women that we see as better than us, right? Whether it be because of like relationships, right, or whether because we see some type of utility in their skills. And I think just for like kicks and giggles, we will also try to manipulate women we perceive as less than us too. Like what Corey Holcomb said a while ago. He said one of his favorite things is what to like seek after a woman, to go after a woman that's in like impoverished or something like that. And what I'm getting to is that we definitely enjoy like manipulating women on both sides of that tracks, right? But specifically when it comes to the women that we perceive as being better than us, right? That we feel inferior to, it's because we want them to lower their standards to allow us access to them in some way, shape, or form. And it's not just romantic. It's not just in terms of smecks, right? That's probably going to be one of the main areas you see it. But ultimately, whenever it comes to us trying to essentially take advantage of women that we perceive as powerful, that we perceive as quote unquote being on their high horse, we will oftentimes levy insults, to levy degrading like notions towards them in order for them to lower their standards and lower their self-esteem, such as even look at the conversation surrounding the women that prioritize education before having a family, or the ones that prioritize education and a career over having a man. One of the first things we like to come back with is, oh well, you gonna unalive alone, or you gonna be a lonely cat lady. Essentially trying to make them essentially trying to peer pressure them into lowering their standards or disregarding those standards, and to place value in something that she's objectively realized will have no benefit to her. But because it's something that supports the collective, what you were just saying a minute ago, it supports the collective standard being lowered and being maintained. That if we want to cross a standard, we can. If it's for another man, we can. As long as we maintain the status quo for men, that's what we're gonna do. So even when you look at quote unquote, even when you look at negging from a quote unquote, like what was the word I was going to use? I don't remember. But when you look at it like that, you can still tell that it's something that we do on an individual scale, oftentimes to still maintain the status quo.
Yeah, and also because it would say about love bombing, a man can prep you for negging during the love bombing phase too. So like, let's say something. It usually is something he may like pick up on. It might be an insecurity of yours. He'll compliment you on it a lot, right? Think about it. Let's say you're feeling subconscious about your body, and he's always, "Oh, your body looks so good. I love it," giving you all these compliments about your body, right? In the future, he may say, "Oh, it looked like you might be gaining some weight. Oh, you look frumpy in those clothes." Like he'll take the same thing that was supposed to be a source of validation for you, and so that he can weaponize it later too. So like negging, it's important that we don't think it's just something he's directly saying to you because he want to have sex with you. It's way more broad than that, and it happens all the time. But go ahead, Jador.
I mean, how do you follow up behind that shit? He said everything. I don't even got nothing to say. I'm just gonna sit here and listen. Well, no, I do. Let me see.
No,
I was,
we're not gonna glaze Sharon because he's still a man in a woman's space. So hold up.
but no, it was a very good explanation. I do think that men neg women they feel inferior to. I think this is why we have. I mean, we've all, to be honest, we've all experienced that as women. A lot of men, we experience it a lot in the workplace, especially when we're supervisors and managers. Um, so yeah, like I said, he really took my talking point, so I'm gonna just win there. Go ahead.
So, can I ask a question? If you don't think you're better than people, does this point still apply?
Well, you already proved that you think you're better than women the way you was talking down to us.
I don't think I'm better than
Can I
anybody.
respond to him?
Yeah,
Is it okay if I?
he has homework. He down there working on self awareness. But
um,
go ahead.
I did want to say though, to his point earlier, I don't think that women necessarily or this topic has anything to do with women encouraging other women or women telling like compliment other women to make them feel better. I feel like you are using this as a talking point to neg us because like how I don't understand how you got from this to women making them feel better, which means that like they degrade men. That's kind of what I got from his talking points.
Well,
But
also
yeah,
we have to consider this that like he's already given his example what Megan is. The thing is like he could literally go like use his time of self awareness to go look it up, but right now he's just like trying to like overcompensate his feelings because he feels embarrassed because we pointed something out. But go ahead, uh, and why?
Hello, everybody. That's why you ain't got no men. Men and women they feel inferior to. I think that's completely true. I think it's been happening since really kids' days. I feel like any woman can attest to this, especially like the early, like either 90s or 2000s. It was a thing in which like every single time you went to school, like sometimes boys would like bully you for how you look, but they liked you when they like get older and all that other stuff, and then they'll explain to you, "Oh, I liked you back then, but I didn't know how to talk to you," and all that stuff. Like how you, as a human being, can't talk to me as a human being to a human being. Like I feel like every single woman can attest to that. But as far as a grown man, I feel like it then turned into a game for them. Like they knew it was a type of tactic they can use to get punani, if you will. Like, yes, we can make you lower your standards so, you can give it up. But then judgment will be passed on to women for like, why are you choosing that type of man or this and that and the other? But they're the ones that's giving each other game to it. And that's what's confusing to me as a woman. Like clearly we know that as far as them, trying to tell us and stuff, we know that they're either trying to run game on us and all this other stuff. And at times we can, be honest with ourselves. We probably fell for it. Some of us.
Yeah. So yeah, it's behavior that they learn in boyhood, and they just still have it as men. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not something
Yes,
they just
it's
picked up when they
repetitive,
18. Yeah, that's why.
and
That's
they
why
excuse it.
it goes with the whole socialized thing. They've been mastering their craft of negging since they've been young boys.
Because beauty standards it really came from as far as like the approval and like, oh, what they like, what they don't like
Thank you,
that
brothers.
came from men. Like men is over here telling women, oh, you don't look good in this, you should wear this, or you don't look good and you should do that. And some women we probably like, okay, we should change to that, or like we was thinking what was trendy at the time. Again, like how society plays the game is really like complicated, but
And it's
society plays.
important. And let me just say this: a man will stick his dick in a peanut butter jar. You
Yes,
know what I'm saying? Like none of like don't pay that shit no mind. You got men calling women bald head and their hairline 4 inches
and they
back
will
from where
still
it's
do
supposed
it,
to
and
be.
that's what make it, hypocritical. And that's what the whole game is. Like they just doing it to get it, and then we'll
Yeah, because
judge
if I
you.
can if I can get you to look at yourself and second guess yourself, you're not gonna be focusing on me.
I definitely agree.
That's such a good example. While she was talking, I was thinking about the fact that if you research, like let's say you go to YouTube or Google and you type in black men's favorite hairstyles, right? You can find all these videos where these different influencers are going up to black men and they ask them, what's your favorite hairstyle, right? And most of the time they say a what we would call 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C, kinky curly texture, right? But most women with that hair texture grew up hearing jokes about BDBs
Thank
on this
you.
show.
Hmm.
And the girls who didn't hear that or did hear that, when you see women get lace, right? I don't like her lace. It's so fake. White and Asian women actually started the hair market because their hair was thin or short. So they were trying to correct the fullness or the lack of length in their hair, right? So it's still a behavioral modification because you're just trying to make them seek your validation and raise the value of your opinion. And they do learn that like in elementary school. If you deprive her of validation and create a negative, she's going to seek the validation. I was going to land here. There's a study. I'm going to try to remember the name and put it in the comments. I think it's called the Little Monster Study, where they had these teachers tell all the kids that they had a stutter, right? And they were bad at speaking. And then they had a group that actually had a stutter and they would tell them they were good at speaking. And the kids that were part of the group that did not actually have a stutter, they developed such a permanent speaking disability from the time that they had someone with authority creating this self-image that they had a speaking disorder that it could never be fixed. I want to say they won to the tune of like $1 million in a lawsuit. Again, I'm going to drop the name of the court case in the comments. But this really is like a tool that males are taught is okay to use, and I think girls are taught watch your mouth, watch your words.
Or
You can
boys
Yeah,
hurt
will be
that's
people with
why.
your
boys.
words.
That's
Boys
why.
will be boys.
Hold up. That's why words like let me just say this. I was watching this video. This white woman was talking about she was in York and she was complimenting somebody, and they felt weird about it. And she like, I'm gonna compliment you anyway. And we have this thing of thinking compliments are good, right? A genuine compliment after somebody like somebody's effort or something they proud of, yeah. But a lot of times the compliments are being weaponized, right? For example, y'all hear men come in rooms and be like, "Oh, what's up, queens?" It's supposed to be complimentary to call you a queen, right? That's reinforcing the hierarchy because one, in order for you to be a queen, he gotta be a king, so he's still over you, right? And in that is already validation. This is literally the first part of the cycle of narcissistic abuse that he's coming in, and you supposed to like adulation is where essentially this person's word means something because once like let's say somebody says, oh, you're such a great person, you're such an awesome person, now you're worried about your behavior and if, am I still gonna be a great person to this or whatever. So that's why I say for women you gotta, one part of decentering men is you gotta get used to rejecting men's validation and knowing that if a man call you these little pet names that you like to call us, that is manipulation and you for sure reject it. But go
Can
ahead,
I?
And
hold on, let you can call me go.
Everybody. So I've been tuned in to y'all a lot. So I just want to speak on the topic and I'll keep it there. That's why you ain't got no man. Men neg women they feel inferior too. And I would have to say that I agree. Simply because I am a woman in a male dominated workforce. Like I work in the refineries. So majority of my supervisors, coworkers are men. And whenever I'm dating and I try not to tell men what I do because 9 times out of 10 I might make more money than him. And as soon as I let them know, like, they're like, oh, dang, you seem kind of tough. Like, you sure you like men? Or, dang, you too pretty to be working in a job like that. And so those type of, that negging is meant to make you feel bad about yourself. And then hopefully some guys may see it like maybe she could shrink herself to keep my interest because I can show her like, oh, well, you do have a manly job, but you're pretty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are you actually doing here? And then the person who brought up, manipulation in a way, like it could be used as a tactic of manipulation to get what you want of a person. But at the end of the day, it's passive aggressiveness. A person giving you a compliment, but when you really think about it, it does not sound like a compliment at all. Like that's why you ain't got no man. What is, most of the 9 times out of 10 and Martin and Gina, the show, Pam was very assertive. She didn't care. She spoke her mind. She was confident. And Martin seemed that like, oh, that's why nobody can't deal with you, or nobody gonna like that. When in reality, it's a man out there for you. You're just not the man for me. Just because you can't handle what I'm talking about, that doesn't mean that I'm undesirable to the next. And that's all I got to say.
Yeah, because it conditions you to get used to extrinsic validation instead of looking inward. That's the problem with it. What's up, Mike?
Oh, how you doing? Oh, how you do this? Hello, hello.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm new to this. I'm just kind of listening in. Well, I guess my opinion on something like this would be, and I'm an older gentleman too. I'm 49 years old. I've been married for 20
You
years.
got a lot of rattling in the background.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, see, I'm a 49-year-old man. I live in Alaska too. I've been in Anchorage, Alaska. So I'm back and forth from Detroit a lot. I think the male and female deal, as far as like compliments, would be, and it depends on what area you're from too. To be honest with you, I don't know. I would call that. I wouldn't if I was giving a female a compliment like how you doing, Queen.
A
It
woman.
would woman Queen. I wouldn't come through to the point where I'm thinking, or off the thought process is that I'm bigger than this person, or more valid than this person any kind of way. It's just I was raised to respect women as queens. Um, you open the door. You know,
Sure, what that got to do with the topic?
sorry, I thought it was when you said you don't have a man. I thought when I first clicked on that it was.
It's
It
a lot
was
of. Is it too many words on the screen? That's not the topic.
sorry, I missed that. I missed the topic. Man, my apologies.
Well, we're gonna open the panel up. You can figure it out. Feel free to
Okay,
jump in.
I will.
One of
Keep
the
going.
Can I speak to what
one of the things that actually that I know for a fact we be doing, especially as men. I know I've done it a lot before. Is a whole backhanded compliment thing, right? Um, and it's the exact same manipulation tactic, right? Where you create some bad and then try to reinforce it to fix it with some good, right? And it's kind of like it's kind of like the whole same thing, right? Where you create the need, or you create the like you create the desire for validation, right? Because by trying to put them up on a pedestal, right, that also gives you the power to bring them down. So even when like when men be calling like women queens and stuff like that, it's essentially the same thing. Because if you can fit within, like, say for instance, they encounter you right and they're, oh, you're just a queen, or you're this and you're that, right, and they're putting you up on that pedestal, the moment you do something they don't like, then you're going to become the exact opposite of that. And personally, I've seen it in a lot of like these quote unquote, I guess, pro black or hotep spaces, like even years ago, right? Because that's one of the issues I had is because a lot of times, like in those spaces, right, there'd be the notion or the rhetoric about, the black woman being God, right? And a lot of niggas just be sitting up there saying it, but then let that same black woman, or let those black women express some type of dissent, express a contrary notion or something like that. And then these same niggas that were sitting up calling the black woman God, all of a sudden they start calling them bitches, hoes, and all these other things because they expressed something that they didn't like. So it pretty much what I'm saying is what Tara and I think it was Miss Morgan was saying is substantiated, because it's something that I've been seeing for a very long time in the black community, especially in certain spaces. It's something that we'll do pretty much to set y'all up, and then the moment we get the chance, then we like kind of pull the rug from under y'all, and then it creates like that vacuum where y'all are looking or wanting validation. And then it's like, oh well, okay, yeah, I can fulfill this need or whatever you have. And then it's kind of like from there, the hooks are set in, because now you're kind of almost fiending for validation from this one individual. And that's like the manipulation, that's the manipulation right there.
That's what I was saying. What E said was a lie. When he said, when a man say, "Oh, you better than other women, you like the best woman," whatever, that's a lie. Because you gotta understand that for the way that manhood is defined is unattainable, which means that men who subscribe to the what a man's supposed to be are insecure. And the thing is, he feel like he's with you, and you're supposed to be complimentary to who he is, or like he was able to attain you. But in his mind, if he levels up or his status improves, it's going to be a better woman for him. So when he said that, that was a lie.
but can I speak to the, because I feel like
You
we're
know, I'm be
still
listening to that
getting
nigga no ways. This bitch ass.
good. Oh. No, what I want to say again is just like I think we're getting back into love bombing, which is
How
still
so? No,
because now we're
be
talking about
specific.
calling women queens and using that as a way to create a
He don't.
need
Hold
for
up.
your
It's negging.
validation.
Hold up. Hold up. It is negging because he don't actually think the woman's a queen. That's what he just explained.
Right. But that's still called love bombing.
But
Whether you
No, no,
believe it
no.
or
Hold
not.
up.
does it
Hold up.
make?
Hold up. It don't.
It
Hold
makes
up.
a difference
Doesn't. Whoa,
because
whoa, whoa. Hold up. Pause. This has already been clarified. That's what I'm saying. You really need to think about what you're saying, and you're trying to hold on to that point.
no,
They
no,
can
no.
overlap. Hold up. No.
They can overlap,
Oh
yes.
no. 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 I was talking. They can overlap. A man calling you a queen for the reason that Sharon just explained, it is negging because he doesn't actually think you're a queen.
But that's called love bombing. It
It's
doesn't
not
whether
love
you
They're
bombing. It's a
not
mean
manipulation
mutually
tactic.
exclusive, though.
I know
Yeah,
that.
he's
That's what I'm
struggling.
Okay.
saying.
No, you
Okay,
don't
hold
know
on.
that because you
It's
keep
not.
saying the same thing over and over again.
No,
You
I'm
don't.
not. I don't
No,
think
you
y'all
don't.
are hearing what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so no. Tell us how it's not negging because nobody's agreeing with that point. We're not disagreeing with that point.
It's
So
not
tell us how. Hold up. Tell us why it's not negging.
it's not negging because negging is specifically when you say something negative to create a need for your approval. Love bombing is
No,
when you
no, no,
say
no, no,
positive
no.
things
Neg is
to
not short for
create.
negative. You need to go look at the
I
definition
didn't
again.
say I read to everybody the
It is
definition
again. It is negative summer, but the thing is, he hyper fixate on the neg part. And no,
because
like
that's why
again,
it's
hold
called
up.
negging.
No. You're confused.
No,
You're confused. No, you are.
I'm
You're
not saying the
confused.
thing you think I'm saying.
No. I'm saying I hear what you're saying. You're wrong. You was trying to say the same point earlier when you couldn't give an actual example for it, and then you want to
I
cycle
gave
back to it.
examples. You didn't like the example,
Pause.
but I
I
gave
don't know
examples.
why you can't let it go. You were wrong earlier, and you're wrong now.
I read the definition. It's a different thing. And the
What
only
difference would
reason
it?
that's
What difference would it make if it is a different thing? What is your
this
point?
is the difference that it makes. I'm getting into kind of the semantics of it so that if someone's in a situation and they're like, this guy was negging me, and then you bring up this example and then people are like, oh, he
That
wasn't
doesn't
negging
happen,
you.
and it doesn't matter. We don't. Women in the
That does
chat do
happen.
not. Hold on. Women in the chat do not need you to do that, nor do we care about your opinion of it because you don't even understand it.
I do
Like,
understand it.
how about instead, Imani, you give us some other examples of actual negging. Forget the ones that overlap. What does negging look like?
Negging looks like
Give examples.
I'm not
Like
understanding
neg
why the
me, like neg
example
me
is
now.
more significant.
Let's pretend in some parallel universe because I can't imagine it that you and I would date. How would you neg me?
I'm just not understanding why the example is more
No, give
Hold
me
up,
significant than
Summer.
the
examples because you don't
definition.
Hold
because
up,
I know you
Summer.
don't know what it
Hold
means.
up, Summer.
I
He just
told you
said
what it
it. Hold
means.
up, hold up.
So
He
if I
just said
give
it. He
you the
said,
definition,
no. The first three words you just said, I'm just not understanding. Or how many words? I'm not understanding. You're not understanding. Stop right there. Don't say nothing else. Stop right there with I'm not understanding. Because you're not understanding. That's the problem. When you learn words, you got the definition. That's like, what is Bloom's taxonomy? That's like the bottom bar of just getting the definition and then applying it to like you ain't even got to the application part because like you struggling to give examples. You need to process a little bit more, sir. You tried to make that point earlier, and we told you no, and you've been sitting there the whole time trying to make that same argument work. You gotta accept that you was wrong so we can move on from it. What's up, Azure?
How are you?
I'm good. But Valentina, we don't do labor for niggas. Go ahead, Azure.
Women that nag, I mean, men nag women they feel inferior to. That's absolutely true, and they also do it to call themselves humbling you if you they feel like you have too much confidence or self assuredness. So I
Mm-hmm.
completely have witnessed that, been a victim of it, and seen my friends go through it as well. So I completely agree with the prompt.
What's up, Dark Horse?
Hey, Dark Horse.
Damn, she muted on this. That's
We said,
crazy.
hey,
Are
dark
you
horse.
guys? I'm eating. I'm chewing. It is rude to talk with food in your mouth. Oh my god! I'm just came to put something on the backdrop, and it's not the number 9. But hold on a second, because this dude is so stuck on it. I have a question. First of all, is Merriam-Webster an okay source for definitions?
Mm-hmm.
C.
Okay, put me in a backdrop. I'm gonna mute
Quite
that.
reputable.
I don't know if we want
Quite
to see it.
reputable.
Oh,
We
it
did
fit.
miss you, Dark.
To neg someone to manipulate them, usually with thinly veiled insults and backhanded compliments meant to erode their confidence and self-esteem. And the term is most frequently used in the context of men manipulating women. So yeah, multiple sources is definitely important. You can tell when some people ain't never write a research paper. Thank you,
But they
Dr.
said it's used here broadly outside of the context of dating for any type of emotional manipulation and backhanded compliment. So that's why we were saying like queen, it can be like a backhanded compliment because they don't believe that shit. They're telling you, right? To try to get you to engage with them and think that you're bonding, but you're really not because he's not going to treat you like one.
True that.
If we
Thank you,
even go,
Dr.
oh, my bad. And if we actually going, if we gonna be for real too, the etymology of the word, like we like to use it as a form of like respectability politics, to like honor women and stuff like that. The etymology of the word queen is not actually positive, and that's something that a lot of men don't even know or realize whenever we be saying that word. It's actually more so derogatory. Most women will probably find it derogatory, but the way we be using it, like in relation, it shows that again we don't actually know what we be saying to women. We just be saying shit.
And it's important for women to know it don't matter if he know what he's saying or not. It still can be harmful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the veiled insult. Thank you, Dark Horse. Thank you, Shana and Dara, for driving the point home. The veiled insult in calling you a queen is that your group is full of paupers, which you are not for now. That's the veiled insult for anyone who needed it translated.
The other part is I can crown you. I decide if you're a queen or not. I decide if you're whatever kind of woman or not. My opinion matters. That's why when the men come in and give their I don't give a damn about a man's opinion on much of anything, right? But when they come in like, well, as a man, I think, and this the kind of woman, and this what men like, who give a fuck what y'all think? We don't respect you or like y'all. Y'all don't have a kingdom. Who give a damn who you consider the queen? You don't even treat women right, most of you. We're just be impressed or feel good about that so that you can snatch it from us later when we don't agree with you. We don't like you or respect you. Fuck you.
Yeah, that male validation will get you every time. Imani, do you want to say something now? That new information was presented.
I mean, I would like to say that none of that was new information, and I agree with everything that was just said.
Do you understand how it counters your point?
I understand how it was countering what I was saying. I guess I want to clarify that, like, I still feel like a backhanded compliment is different from,
So real quick, so
yeah,
you can stop right there. So even when, because we had Oxford, now we have
mm-hmm,
Webster.
uh-huh,
There's still definition. Now
yeah,
presented with new information. Because it said negging on the screen.
yeah,
And then it was saying it listed backhanded compliments as example of what negging is.
right,
And
no,
you're
yes,
still saying, hold up.
no, that's not what
Now,
I'm saying.
okay.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is a backhanded compliment. I agree. What I was saying was a compliment can't be negging. That's not true because there's backhanded compliments. So I acknowledge that. I was wrong about that. And if this is an insignificant point, this is an insignificant point. But all I'm saying is I still think using a backhanded compliment to neg is different from using a compliment you don't necessarily mean to love bomb. I still think there's a
So again,
difference there.
this is the problem. I'm gonna tell you what the issue, the core issue right now is, Amani. You can't accept being wrong. So you trying to do some weird
No,
wordplay
I've
to
said
make
I
it
was
fit. No,
wrong.
no, hold up. No. Because the same thing you saying you were wrong about, you're circling it back. To say a compliment you don't really mean is a backhanded compliment. You don't really mean it, and it is a
But a
form of negative.
but a backhanded compliment.
So okay, so give us the give us the compliment that's not actually you don't actually mean, that you don't consider negging, but it's also love bombing. Go ahead, we listening.
Okay, so I would consider a backhanded compliment like
No, 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 no. You didn't say backhanded. You said a compliment that you don't really mean isn't negging, but it's love bombing. So give us
right.
an example.
Right, that's what I'm doing, but I can't. I have to give an example of both things to give the differentiation. So a backhanded compliment to me would be like, you would be so pretty if you dressed like this. You would be so beautiful if you did your makeup like this. Like it's a compliment that kind of comes with terms and conditions. Whereas if you just say you're so pretty, that's not a backhanded compliment. Even if you don't mean it, it's just a compliment. It's still manipulation, which is what I'm saying. It's just two different forms of manipulation and they can
That's
happen
just a
together.
lie, though. You're just talking about a lie.
Correct.
That's not a compliment. You're just talking about lying to someone.
Yeah,
But it's
because
still
there's
a
no
compliment. It's just a
compliment.
lie.
There's no compliment in what you said. You would be so pretty if you did this.
That's a
And
That's
then
backhanded
not
you
that's
compliment.
know
not
he
a
was talking
compliment in
about the
any way.
part where you said, "I'm sorry."
That's
He
that's
he
straight up
talked about the
negging.
part.
Okay, sorry. So a better example would be you're so pretty, you should dress better. You're so pretty, you should wear better makeup rather
That's
than you
an
Correct,
would be so
insult.
correct.
pretty.
But you trying to school us about knowing the right
No, no, no.
version.
I'm
It's
not trying to school
crazy.
anybody.
But that's an insult right there, what you just named.
Right, but backhanded compliments are insults.
No, what you just did was a backhanded compliment would be like, "You're very pretty for a dark skinned girl."
Right.
But what you just did when you said, "What did you?" I'm sorry, I forgot what you even said. But
You're
that was
so pretty, you should dress this way. You're so
yeah.
pretty.
That means that you're putting down the way she's dressing.
Right.
That's not a
I came
compliment.
up to say that he correct with that example. That the last one he just gave, it was an example of a backhanded compliment. You're
Okay.
so pretty, you should dress this way. You should dress better, or you're so
But
pretty, you should do your hair
but
more. That
Lynn,
is a backhanded
but
compliment.
Lynn, he wasn't talking about a backhanded. He was talking about a. It's he's saying that you can give a compliment that you don't mean, that is love bombing, that is not negging. When
No,
he
no,
go back to
I'm not talking about that part, Tara. I just didn't want her to go down the road arguing that that wasn't a backhanded compliment. Y'all right about the other stuff. I just was like, stop the nonsense. It was a backhand compliment. Now get to the point.
yeah,
Okay.
That's what
but that goes to, again. His whole thing was he trying to get away from backhanded compliment because it was on the definition that
no, no,
Darko
no. I'm
showed.
not trying to
Well,
get
if
away from it.
hold up. So if your example is a backhanded compliment, we back to where we started.
Right, but I'm not trying to get away from it.
But he was the thing is he
No,
was
I know.
hold
That's
up,
what I
he
was
was
saying.
trying to hold up. Sorry, you still haven't proven your point, is what I'm saying. If anything, we're back to what the definition that Darko was provided from Webster's.
I
You have
think
to
the
get something.
issue,
You have to hold up. Let me be clear because you haven't done it yet. You need to give an example that proves your point because you haven't done so yet.
I think by you guys saying that that was a backhanded compliment, I did. I
Okay,
think you're
let's
waiting
start.
for me to prove a point that is
Okay,
going
let's start
against
over,
your point.
Imani. What was your original point? Can we start at your original point? What point were you trying to make?
My original point, and if it's disagreed with, then that's cool.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah, we
saying,
okay with disagreement. Go
my
ahead.
point is negging and love bombing, while they can happen at the same time, are different things. And I think it's significant for us to be able to differentiate because if we differentiate, it's easier to then hold men accountable for those things. Because if we can't
I got a
differentiate,
question, baby. Why do you feel to educate us on love bombing when we here talking about negging? Like you want to have a class
well, the
on
reason I
love
brought
bombing
up,
when the prompt is on negging, but you keep going back to it like multiple times. That's the reason I came up
well, because
because
the
you
reason
can't
I
let it
brought up
go.
love
But we can do
bombing,
love bombing tomorrow.
right, right. But that's what I'm saying. The reason I brought up love bombing was because people kept bringing up examples of negging, but they were
Okay.
actually examples of love bombing. So
The
I just
two
wanted to
can't.
make,
The two. Hold on. The two can't be mistaken. Like
What are you talking about? Negging is negging. Love bombing is love bombing. How you gonna love
Well, that's what
somebody?
I thought.
Hold on. How can you give it a general example of love bombing when love bombing is predicated on doing what the person you're actually love bombing wants or likes?
Well,
I was about
because
to ask this
the
question.
queen
Isn't
thing,
love bombing more of an action than negging is more verbal and love bombing is more actions? That's a
No, you can
question.
love bomb somebody too. Okay, move on from love bombing. We ain't talking about love bombing like
Okay.
Darko said. Just
There's
move
something that
on, Imani. We gonna talk about negging. You don't need to
okay, but
educate
that's all
us.
I'm saying is that's what I
But
was
hold
saying.
up,
If we're talking about
Okay,
hold
you
negging,
up,
don't
let's
wait,
talk
need
hold
about
up,
negging.
to.
hold up. And this is why I said let's move away from this argument that you done made 4 times now. Because again, you could be love bombing and negging. They don't have to be like separate. And after you just admitted that you was wrong about it, you then try to go back to it, which is again, let's end it here because you had 4 times to do it and it didn't work.
I just think you're
So
waiting. You think I'm trying to
hold
make
up.
a
No, no,
point
no,
that counters
hold
your
up.
point, and I'm
No,
not.
no, no. You had 4 opportunities to do it, sir, and you were not able to do it. We're gonna
Because
move
I'm
on
not
from it.
disagreeing with you. You think I'm disagreeing.
Then
Okay,
it's
then
done.
we moving on. Yeah,
can
Did
it's
you
I
want to say
over.
something, Lynn?
Okay. Hey,
Um,
man.
hey y'all. I just hate when we get stuck on
hey
the
ladies.
panel. I'll be ready to like come on now. We gotta move forward. And hi Shenron. I use your favorite word, predicated.
Where did you do
um
that?
I so men neg women they feel inferior to. Absolutely. It's the purpose of negging, right? And they don't even necessarily gotta feel inferior to you. They could be jealous. They could not like you. They could just, it's a whole bunch of stuff that they can feel, but that ultimately they use negging to bring you down in whatever way for whatever reason. They want to make sure that you don't think highly of yourself. And I think it's important for women to have the verbiage to describe this and understand it through and through. That way you can clock it, because once you know, you know, and it's something you can't overlook. Like I'm talking about, you start looking back and being like, this motherfucker was nagging me. Like he was nagging me when he was saying little shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just so we're clear, ladies, nagging is a sign of manipulation.
It's the minute she cut out.
Yeah, so that she got a call or something. She'll be right back.
Mm. Can I also correct something right quick though? So this live, I'm speaking directly to Amani. This live is for Tara to work and build with and educate other women and put them onto our game and shit. It's not necessarily for them to hold men accountable. That's for us to do. So even if there was some type of confusion between love bombing and negging or whatever, the topic of this live is about negging. And now that I sat and thought about it for a little bit too, love bombing is a form of negging because the whole point is to essentially get somebody invested in you by doing things that they like. And then you withdraw whatever investment you were doing in order to make them want you even more or miss whatever it was that you were doing.
It
So
was a
love
form of
bombing is a
manipulation,
form
not
of negging.
negging.
No, it's a
That
form of
makes sense.
negging. No, it's definitely a form of negging because love bombing, the whole point is to do something to where somebody essentially builds a, like love or infatuation for you. And then you stop doing what you're doing or you alter whatever you're doing to a lesser degree. So that way they feel as if whatever validation they were getting from you, they have to work for, they're going to look for afterwards. So it is definitely a form of negging as well.
But
But the whole
love
point of me
bombing
saying
doesn't.
this is that this is something that women are doing to educate women. It's not about holding us accountable. It might get brought
I
up, but it's
misspoke when I
for us
said
to
that.
do.
That's my bad. I misspoke when I said accountable. That wasn't the point. But I think that manipulation is that, and love bombing doesn't have
No, no,
to.
no,
It's all
no,
manipulation.
no. You're not doing.
Yes,
Hold up. We're
agreed.
not doing semantics with Amani no more.
Okay.
We're not doing semantics with Amani no more. Like, no.
I'm only
Can we
responding
go
to what was
back?
said to me,
Can we
She
go
talking
back
to
And
me.
I
to
blame
that
and
you.
I'm
We
not
just shut this
disagreeing.
shit down. Shinron, this your fault. This your motherfucking fault. We just shut this shit down. And you
Can we
go
go
give it a
back?
fucking life. And he's like, yes, somebody finally agrees with me. I can go now. Stop this
I've been
shit.
the
To
Different
entire
things.
the
time.
to the
Different
negging.
things is a type of manipulation, is a type of different.
Agreed.
Their
Yes.
name.
No,
Don't
Scatter.
no,
laugh.
hold up, though,
One
Horse. Hold up, though, Horse. because now we still addressing his point again. We gonna move on from it.
Thank
Let
you, baby.
no more war go. Hey, how you doing? Salutations.
No more war. Why you run out of controversial Shannon live off the panel when I start talking shit to you in the comments? I was about to roast your ass over there. He got the fuck up out of there quick.
He ain't want no problems.
Controversy. I can't remember who that is. Oh, is that the guy that act like a woman?
Here we go with this dumb
You know,
shit.
you heard what I said. The answer the
Hold
fucking
up.
prompt.
Hold up. Hold up. Go ahead. Respond to the prompt. No more war. I disagree. You said men neg women. Are they feel inferior? Mm-hmm. I don't know any real men that feel inferior to uh, another human being. Hold up. So no man feels inferior to another human being? Not that I'm aware. I don't see any men like that.
That's so damn stupid. We had a whole alpha male movement. What the fuck are you talking about?
So why do men neg women then? Why do men date women? Neg. Neg women? I mean, you know, it just might be his personality. I don't think it's an inferiority thing. Do you know what negging is? Some women, I mean, some men are mama's boys. No. Do you know what
And they have
negging is? What is
I
it?
see why he ran Dark Horse.
Hold on. All right. So you off track because you don't know what the word means. I know what it means. I just want to hear your definition. All right. Tell us what it means then. Trying to use a woman, basically. No, it's not basically. Tell us what it means. You want the textbook definition? Hold on. What's up,
It's
Mario?
wild. It's wild that they come up when they don't even know what it means and they're on a phone and they could easily look up the word.
No, it's expected. It's expected. Y'all do me a favor. Can y'all make sure y'all tapping the screen, share the live out that people might want to participate in the conversation. If you agree, hold up. We already know. Read it to yourself. If you agree with people saying on the panel, go ahead and gift them and show support. And if you haven't already done so, send a heart me to support the live. If you're enjoying the live, you can support the live goal by gifting. Mario looking it up too, y'all. You ready for the definition now? No, we're not. You can tell us what you can make your point now that you know what it means. Man, leg women.
Why
Is
didn't you
this the
just
host?
say insult or
Hold
undermine?
up,
Why did you
Mario.
just use that
Hold
word?
up, Mario. Yeah, the insult to undermine a woman in We order don't need to a receive definition, sir. Do you have a
Sexual
point to make?
advantage.
Oh, it's not true. It's not true. That's not the reason why men do it. No, hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. You can argue whatever source you got with the person who provided that source. Whatever the organization is that has that definition, you can argue with them. Okay. We're not gonna talk about the reason why they're saying it. You're saying they're not doing it because they feel inferior. You just asked me the question, man. You asked me to prove my point. I'm telling you, they don't do that. Men don't do that out of negging. The problem is, hold up. You're arguing against the definition, though. You haven't taken a breath, so you can actually make a point. We're not up here arguing definitions. Right. I'm not trying to argue definition. So what are you refuting? That the whole prompt is not true. That's not the reason they do it. You wanna know why men do it? Go ahead, I was on here Mario. Last night. You don't answer questions.
It's her
Are you
live. We
waiting for
supposed to be
somebody to
answering
say we
questions.
want you to tell us?
I feel like you
What
should have just said why men insult women. That probably would have got a better
is it
answer.
because you don't know what the word means that I
A
gotta
lot of
change it to
people
one
don't.
that you
A lot of
understand?
people don't know what it means.
Hold
To
up,
We
hold
don't
up.
speak. We
Hold
don't
up.
speak like that.
Mario, Mario. If I'll go online to only have conversations about stuff people already know, like we're not like pushing ourselves, Mario. I don't know If no the, black person
Mm.
who if use the that words word. are too difficult for you to understand, Mario, then bow out of the conversation. But to come up here and say, "Well, I don't understand that word," I want to use another word so I can argue from that instead of just going to find out. We saw you going teacup, so meaning you read it and you still confused. You have some issues with your comprehension. That's a much bigger issue that you need to be worried about than what the fuck we over here talking about. To be Shut up, honest. bitch. I'm gone. There we go. There we go. It came out of you. Anyways, what's up, Diamond?
No, man, don't
Can
let a
I
woman get you angry like that.
can I
How
say
you
that that
doing,
was an
Diamond?
example of negging though? Like comparing her to an animal, calling her a bitch, right? See that, guys? You see the insult, right? Do you guys see it? Because she articulated that he is inarticulate. See? That's why it's negging. I just wanted to make sure we got that example since it happened live.
course, he's inferior to her as well.
Real men don't act like that.
Sir, he's a
That's a
man.
real man. He just did it in front of us. We just saw
I
it.
he's
would
a
That's a
never
he's
man.
cuss
not
a
a
lady
boy.
out.
That's a real
I
man.
would never, I would never cuss a woman out because we disagree on something. It's
Yeah, but
not how
he's
real
still
men
not a
act.
minor. He's not a minor though, sir. He's a man.
No, he might be a man in body, but his spirit is not of a real man. He doesn't have the
Having a
nature
whole
of a
other
real man.
conversation, bro.
All right,
Real men don't
Pinocchio
act like that.
gone. Hold on. He gone. Pinocchio gone. Diamond, go. Hold up. Tanny, go ahead, Tanny. My bad. Hold up, Diamond. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I did want to speak on the prompt.
All right.
I didn't know what neg was when I first came in the room, but it was easy to catch on just listening to the conversation. So I don't know what that other guy's problem was, but men neg women they feel inferior to. I definitely agree with this. I have experienced it, and I think it's a lot of men would want to get up here and disagree because when they see inferior to, they're thinking in terms of like financially or personal success and things like that, materialistic wise. But a lot of times it's confidence and ambition. Like
Yeah, and
I think a lot
the
of
reason why
men.
I put
Oh, go ahead. I
go
don't want
ahead,
to say a
finish.
lot. I think
No, go ahead, finish. I'll respond after.
some men are jealous of a woman's confidence and ambition. And a lot of times when we are focused on achieving something because we know we have to do it ourselves, we innately have that confidence, ambition, and tenacity to achieve things while still juggling multiple, just multitasking like we do. And men are jealous of that and they'll say things to hate on you. I've had to say, like, straight up, like, why are you trying to manifest my downfall? And have had men backtrack, like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, you just said like 10 negative things to me.
So
And
let me just say this. The same thing that make men weak is what make women strong, right? We live in a society where men have privilege and essentially coddled by society, and we're conditioned to participate in that. But the reason the us being so male centered as a society is what also makes us resilient because we have to be. So we're stronger than the men. So I'm
mhm.
hoping that the word inferior helps people understand that a man who is nagging you already knows he should not be around you. Like he know he not good enough for you. You should probably cut that man off. He shouldn't have access to you. It don't matter if it's a man that you dating. It's not. It don't matter if you married to that man. It don't matter if he in your family or you work. Like he should
Co-workers,
not.
yeah.
Yeah, he should not have access to you because again, it's parasitical behavior. He's going to continue to try to put you down. You're not going to educate him out of it. You're not going to moral police his ass out of it. He's going to continue to do it because the insecurity is subconscious. He feels so inferior as a person that unless he made a decision to do something about it, and again, if you live in a society that coddles you and make you weak, you're less likely to do that. Don't even waste your time.
I say just call it out and move on because, like you just said, you can't change nobody. You
Hold
know,
up, real quick. Why does bitch want to come back here on my panel? Look at this shit. Hold Hold on, up, y'all. now. Hold up. No. Yeah, I acknowledge you. Inferior. That's what I'm saying. Mario is stuck, y'all. Y'all see him? I'm gonna drop him. I just let him. Y'all see him. That's being
who's
stuck. That's women.
Mario?
That's what men try to do to women. They try to get you stuck for that validation because they give it to you initially and then they take it away. And then you end up chasing them for the validation because in nature, women are not supposed to chase men at all. That's what patriarchy conditions us to do. And unfortunately, you have too many women who are chasing men. Men, males chase the women or females. That's what they do. They chase. And the reason why they're nagging you, love bombing you, and using all these manipulation tactics is essentially to flip it on you, to get you seeking him, to chase him. That's the type of men we have in our society. They And want to flip it on, hold up. They wanted to flip it on you so you can chase them. But women should never were never meant to chase after men. That's why we hold fathers to a higher regard than we do mothers, and women get shamed for children. That's why your deity is a man, because you have been conditioned to be male centered. Yeah, and that's why Mario is exposing himself to even type what he typed in the comments in
We
regard.
don't,
No, we're not
yeah,
going
we
to
don't
censor
ignore
Mario.
that.
Mario's
But
in the queue right now. He's not caught up. We're not going to address him, or I'm just showing y'all that he's stuck. So I'm going to show you why, even if you feel like you've caught a man, he's still going to be looking elsewhere because they can't help but to chase. They always have to chase. So when you cooking the meal and you cleaning up, you try to make yourself look good for him, for his attention, and like look at me and compare yourself to other women, he's attracted to the chase. So once you do all those things, he see you as he's broken you as a woman. You're broken. Y'all might even be married. You think, oh, I'm married, I got this man. He's still, his innate nature is to still chase. He's still gonna be looking other places. You
That's
cannot
not true.
catch him. Hold up. Hold up, nigga. I wasn't talking to you. He's going to
Control your
chase
anger.
regardless. No. The reason why he cutting me off because men don't like when women know what the truth is, which is why they nag, which is why they gaslight us, which is why they use these different manipulation tactics. Because it's not just the woman he's pursuing, they are collectively doing this. A man who will never stand foot in front of you, who knows he's not ever going to be in proximity to you, will still try to neg you because he's trying to uphold male privilege, and he'll do it for another man because he benefits from it. Because men don't actually like each other, which is why they can't build community, which is why they always got to be the leader or something, and they chase women because women are ones who build community. The reason why you see men stick together is to protect privilege, not the other men. He don't like that nigga, but he know he want his privilege, so he gonna support him while he say some fuck shit. And that's why this bitch ass nigga just interrupted me.
one of the things too you can look
Ooh.
for women is their reaction after they give you the so-called compliment, the negging. So sometimes we take things, at face value and we're like really listen, right? But and what they're doing early on is mining for where your insecurities are. That's why you don't tell your whole history. You don't tell everything that happened to you, your parents, is whatever. Don't tell that. As far as he knows, you've always been treated like a princess because they're looking for something. So what they'll do if you don't give that is they'll assume you're a woman. You probably feel like you're fat. You're a woman. You probably feel this, that, whatever, right? And when you don't respond correctly, watch his face. Because a lot of us kind of neurodivergent, we've been missing a lot of stuff. But like, I
I would take
remember,
it further than that. Hold up. I would take it even further than that and say that, yeah, he's going to try to do that because society, since you've been a young girl, has been telling you to be insecure. The men are also insecure. Don't get it confused. He's insecure too. Again, the same nigga that's calling you bald headed is struggling with his hairline. He's actually going to fixate on the stuff on you that he's struggling for himself. So they're also insecure, but yeah, they're going to lean into those insecurities. So it's not just don't tell them the bad things. Again, don't chase men. If you won't fuck with men, you need to know them well enough to play a game with them because that's all they doing is playing a game with you. And it may not be today, but it will be eventually. That's why if you find women who've been in long-term relationships with men, you lose your identity. One of the first acts of submission after marriage is that you go change your name. That's an act of submission. You're already showing him that you're willing to change your identity and be under him. Because the reason why names were even a thing was to show property. You're showing that man not going down to Vital Records to change his name. He's sitting on the couch while you calling around doing all this work trying to change your name for his benefit. But women have conditioned them, been conditioned to feel like that's a flex. Oh, I got my husband's name now. No, that's an act of submission. Yeah, I
That's a
didn't
good
change
thing.
my name when I got married because I wanted my accomplishments to be in my own name.
That's a good thing. Getting that man's last name is a good thing.
Can I give an
What? Hold
example
up.
that I saw, Tara, that's really
Nigga, no,
rare
it's not.
of when a woman
Yeah,
was
go ahead.
nagged? I had a
Mhm.
homegirl who had a baby like a year ago, and she was like the last of my friends to have a baby, and they're not married. So I was like, look, don't put that nigga name on the birth certificate because then you're not gonna be able to take your baby out the country. You're not gonna be able to get passports. You're not even married to him. He didn't do nothing. This your baby. Don't nobody tell you that, but you need to hear that, girl. You don't have to put his name on there and have a different name from your baby. You don't actually have to do that. The way she and I were both attacked when we talked about this, that this was a reality was insane. But like we were talking about, it's because it's a threat to male dominance every time a woman even says that as an option to other women. Like when you heard me say it, if it's a man around you, he probably did not like hearing you hear me say that. Cause now that's a reality. So if it's a man around you acting a fool because I said that, just that's why. And no, I'm not sorry. You really needed to hear it.
What's
That's
up
terrible
later?
advice. Why would you
Hold
tell
up.
anyone to
No,
do
hold
that?
up. Do you have something to say
Awful.
about the prompt later?
Awful.
Hold up. I'm gonna let you go because you keep interrupting. Later, do you want to respond to the prompt?
Men nag women they feel inferior to. How do you feel inferior to a woman? I don't get it.
Thank y'all
I
for
don't. I
coming on.
disagree.
Do you know what neg means?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you disagree with something you don't understand.
Well, just define it. I'm probably not
No,
going to
no,
agree
no,
to it.
no. I'm not going to define it. I just want to make it clear that you came up here to disagree with something you didn't understand.
Men nag women they feel inferior to. To me,
You
that
don't
doesn't
know
make any
it doesn't
sense.
matter if you can read
It
it. You don't know
sounds
what the
like you
word is.
guys hate men. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hold up, pause. Yeah, it sounds like that because you're ignorant, because you don't know what it means. You disagree with something. Now you feel attacked because you don't know what words mean. You could go find, it's not like it's 1972 and you had to go look in a fucking encyclopedia or something. You literally could have just typed in them three letters and found a definition for it. You didn't do that. And yet you want to come up here and claim that, oh, somebody must hate you because you don't know what words mean. That's embarrassing.
If they did, it probably
But
deserved.
but he's not embarrassed because he lacks self awareness. Hold up, Shenron. Go ahead, Shay. Oh, they dropped. Go ahead, Shenron.
No, I'm just saying. Hold on, give me a minute, sir, because you caught me right when I took a bite of food.
Why they always feel like you're attacking them? This is an attack on all men because you illiterate and can't look up a word. Good Lord. Imagine coming
Well,
up and not even taking a moment. Y'all are, wow.
You know, TCAP. But it's just like male entitlement, right? Just to believe that I'm gonna say that I disagree. Just because, right? It's kind of I entered the room and it doesn't matter. But that's what makes y'all weak. Y'all have to realize y'all lack of information, y'all lack of intelligence makes you weak. And when you are weak, you feel inferior. And when you feel inferior, you neg. This is all connected. Please understand, it is very much connected. I want to tell you that someone who's more educated, someone who can maybe express what they're feeling or what have you, they're not going to be as prone to do that. But it's definitely related to insecurity. So just know that.
This sounds like some
Uh,
nerd pickup language that I don't even know about.
so
thank
do
you,
you
T
look it up
baby.
that
Yeah,
fast?
hold up, right there. Hold up. He
Nerd
just
was
said
the
it.
insult, you
That I
guys.
hold up. He just said that I don't even know about. Yeah, you don't know the fuck going on. You up here throwing a tantrum. Thank
And
you,
the thing,
Alexis, for
oh,
supporting. Now go ahead, Shamron.
so, and it's very disingenuous, right? The last dude before him that came up was like, oh, well, it doesn't make any sense to me, a man that would feel inferior to a woman, as if we didn't have a whole alpha male movement in the fucking community, right? We have this whole red pill manosphere bullshit these motherfuckers be going on with. So what the fuck do you mean? Like, one of the main points of these movements is to assert male authority over women. Not even amongst other men, but over women specifically, because men were feeling inferior to women because of the accomplishments that women have been having. So what do you mean the shit doesn't make any sense? We have literal movements. Men have literal movements right now to reassert male authority and male leadership and male dominance over women. It doesn't make any sense for you to sit here and say, oh, well, I don't think it exists or I agree. No, a whole lot of men feel inferior to women because of stupid shit, because of stupid tenets of masculinity created
Inferior
by
about
motherfuckers
what?
we don't even care about.
What would I be inferior about a woman to?
Why are you making it about you? Is the general
Because
question. We don't know
you
you.
just got through saying it says it right there. They feel inferior to that. I'm asking about the prompt.
Said
All
Why
right.
would
So
they
one.
you
feel
act right.
inferior
You
to a
asked me
woman?
about a general prompt and say, why would I? Why would I care about what you
Because
feel
it
when it's a
says
general
men. It
prompt?
says men neg women. They feel
Right. So
inferior.
why not refer to what men might do instead of referring to yourself? If it
Okay,
don't apply to you,
this is
why does that stop you from
semantics.
referring to the
This
general?
is female behavior. This is semantics.
It's not.
This
First of all, these are
So
women.
it's the
Second of
female
all,
is
topic.
the insult. Again. Okay.
again, it's first of all, nobody up here is responsible for what we say. We're not responsible for what you can't understand. We're only responsible for what we say, right? So if you want to interpret that as being quote unquote female behavior, that's on you.
So
The fact of the
negging is
matter is
basically
the fact
backhanded
of the matter is you
compliments.
came up here trying to address a word in a topic that you didn't understand, just to tell us
All you
that you
had to
didn't
do was
understand
say
the
what
shit.
neg meant, and we could have been past that. Now
Why
I
you
know
couldn't
what
go
it
look that shit
means.
up? Why you
I
couldn't go look
already
the shit
looked it
up?
up,
Okay, well you
and
should
I
have did that
disagree
before
with
trying to
it
expect
as
us to do
stated
fucking
before.
labor
I
for you.
disagree.
Okay, and you're wrong.
Well, that's your opinion
No, the premise of you disagreeing is wrong.
because it doesn't correlate with what you agree with.
No, it doesn't correlate because you're making it about you instead of the actual collective.
How am I making? Oh my god, you argue like a bitch.
It
I'm
also
sorry.
exists whether you believe it or not. It does exist.
Sir, can you use an insult that isn't female or bitch or related to like a girl dog? Because my girl dog is manly as fuck since we just making it about us.
And it's
Your
not
Is
my
girl
that
fault
dog
you
is
possible?
manly.
It's gonna be nothing but insults because he came up and we exposed that he didn't know what it
What
meant.
I
So
mean, I
now
don't
his
know how
ego is
else to
hurt. So
define this behavior. I
you're gonna
mean,
be flailing, you're
I
gonna
mean,
be
it's
crying the
because you're
rest of the
stupid.
time. This is gonna be insult after insult because we called out that you were dumb, but you can go to another live and they won't know you dumb and you can start over.
He not gonna be able to hide it.
It's
That's
not
why
my
he
fault he was
arguing. He
moved
know
like
he ain't got
that.
no fighting chance. This he used to this shit.
Well, and
Oh,
let's
is that
say
why
it's
your
female
name is
behavior.
later?
Now what?
That must be why his name is later, because he delayed.
What's the issue with it being female behavior?
why am I being silenced? That's what I want to know. I
Because you
mean,
slow and you stupid.
why are your feelings getting so butthurt?
Did you look
Well,
it up
yes, it
yet? Did
is.
you go look up
Hold
the
up,
meaning?
hold up, Summer, hold up. It's like, You why went and are you looked the getting word. so triggered Hold by up, little words, though? later. Summarize the definition for us. Paraphrase the definition for us, since you understand it.
I think he's rage baiting.
Hold I up. mean, I constantly have to keep going back to my mic to get Hold unsilenced. up. Okay, that's fine. Summarize what I mean, my negative means. goodness. Give us a definition in your own words. It's basically like female manipulation, backhanded compliments. I mean, am I on the radar here? You want me to validate that you know what you're talking about? You want me to go to the definition and define it for you? You want me to read it for you? No, we don't. I don't need you to Am do I that. on I track want or you to not? just state it on your own words, and you stop According saying to for your the validation. definition, am I on the radar? Am I on target?
She's not a dictionary.
Do you see No, how you want stupid me. this is? Do you want to So have a hold up. conversation or do you So hold up. You could have just stated what it was, so that we can go into you addressing the prompt. But you stopped and asked for validation if you knew what you was talking about. can you So just can you admit are you that you sure all you hate know? Are men? you sure Can you you know what you're talking just about? admit you hate men? So you don't know what's going on. What's up, 004?
Was good, Terry.
Hey.
Um, I don't really agree with that. I feel like there's no need to try to put somebody down to get boxed out of them if they're inferior to you. I feel like that's just something
So
what
you
comes with
saying a lot of
insecurity.
I. It doesn't say double full on the screen. Why are men doing it?
Wait, I ain't never said I though.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
did.
I did. My fault. But still, I mean, based off of how I'm understanding what negging means and what you got on the prompt,
What's your understanding
I
what it means?
you said what?
What's your understanding of what it means?
Like basically where you try to insult somebody, or specifically since we're talking about women, we try to specifically insult women in order to get box out of them. But like I was saying, if somebody's inferior to you, there's literally no reason to do that. They'll probably just give it to you anyway, especially if they're what insecure or something like that.
So you think that boxes all men are looking for in women?
How'd you even get to that?
That's what you said.
Based off of what negging means, that's why I said it. I ain't never said that's all men try to get from women. I mean, shit, a
I'm
lot of the
asking a
times it is,
clarifying
but
question.
huh?
It's a clarifying question based on what you said.
Which has nothing to do with what he said.
Yeah, I'm saying
Hold
though.
up. You can go. You dumb and don't know what the fuck going on. What you say?
I said that's not what I said. I only brought up
What
brought
did you
that up
say?
because
What
that's
did you
what
say?
negging
What did
means,
I hold on? What did I get wrong about what you said?
huh?
What did I get wrong about what you said?
Nah, I didn't say you got nothing wrong, but you're saying that
Hold on.
I'm
You
saying,
saying I'm not wrong then?
bro. Can you
So
wait?
I'm right?
You're wrong.
Am I
You're
wrong or am I right?
you're wrong. You saying
Okay, so tell me what I got wrong.
the fact that I think that they're trying to get schmecks or damn, bro, you got me confused about all this mumbo jumbo. I was pretty like clear on what I said and what I meant.
And I said something. You said I was wrong about it. All you gotta do is clarify it. But you
Yeah, because
confused
I
every
already forgot
time.
what you said. That's the problem.
But you know that I'm wrong. You forgot what I said.
Yeah, I know you're wrong because it didn't correlate to what I was saying at all.
What was wrong about it?
Everything I'm talking about negging, the definition
So
of
you don't know
negging.
what the fuck going on. Let's
But
get
I
for
just
real.
told you what you talking
Tell
about.
me what I got wrong about it.
Because I said the definition of negging is when you insult somebody in order to get the box out of them. And I was like, yeah,
And I
men.
wasn't talking about the
But
definition.
I'm not done here. I said
No,
that's not what
I
I was
wasn't talking
talking
about the
about.
definition. I didn't want to do semantics. I asked you about the point that you made.
Bro, you didn't ask me about the point I made. You just said some random bullshit. You was like, oh, so men all
Anybody else want to say something? This nigga confused.
Yes, I want to go.
man,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
I
talking about
wanted to
though.
say, I wanted to say
This
that
dude was
the
in another live, and he's slow. He's
Oh my
illiterate. This dude
god,
don't
bro.
like to read. So yeah, that's why he sound the way he sound
Auntie, you
because
don't even know
he
what
don't
you
read.
talking about. That was somebody
No,
else.
nigga, I remember you. You was in
I
another
don't know
live
why you keep
last
following
night.
me around with all this weird
I remember
bullshit.
you, Mister. I don't like to
Bro, that was
read. Mister. I don't like to read folk
that was
tales.
the 50-year
Mister.
old
I don't
nigga
like
who
going to
said
the
that.
library.
All right, bro. Say what you want to say.
can I
Fuck what you
go?
talking about.
I wanted to say too that specific and negative, so we can see on that. Since it's a form of manipulation, you are only going to manipulate something usually when you feel inferior. So all the tactics, including negging, it's a way that you have to lie and deceive because whatever you're looking for didn't come naturally and it didn't come willingly. So you are already at a disadvantage because you want something, and you being you ain't enough. The person ain't going for it. So that's when you start to lie and deceive and start to manipulate to get something out of someone. And that's the like epitome of showing how insecure and how inferior you are to someone because you can't show up and get what you want. And nobody coming to submit. Nobody coming just to follow your leadership. That shit's not happening at all. Not at all. So that's why you have to lie and you have to appear more than you are or make them appear less or feel less to try to gain that control. But if you're trying to gain control, that means the other person is holding all the cards. And that's what the women need to understand. You have all the cards, which is why he's lying to you, baby, which is why he's doing this goddamn fucking dance to get you to believe something else so it can shift. It's so obvious. But yes, anyone using manipulation, negging, or whatever, you're already showing that you're inferior and you're trying to gain the advantage. That's it. I'm gonna mute up.
Man, I don't
No,
know.
that's a
I
great point.
disagree with that too.
Can I also say
I feel like once again it.
Go ahead, Amani.
If you
What you're
manipulating
saying
somebody,
about
No,
all right, go ahead.
you gotta take a break. You already confused. Go ahead, Amani.
what you're saying about, and what a couple of men have come in and said is that, like, well, what if I don't feel inferior to women? You actually, one, I believe, if you actually feel superior to the woman you're negging, that's not better. That you think you're superior to this woman, but also
But hold up, because Darkwood just gave a point. Why would you
Mhm.
neg somebody you felt superior to?
because you want them to know you feel superior, and because you feel superior to them, you already believe you can control them,
No,
so
no,
you want them
no.
to know you can control them.
No, it's a person. If I'm superior to
That's what I.
someone, I'm not worrying about them knowing it.
Say that again. Sorry.
You said feel. That lost the whole point. You say
She
that
said,
men feel superior. That's already losing the argument. I don't know if you understand it. If something exists, it just is, right? It's not a feeling or
Yeah,
whatever. You just are superior, right? So it doesn't work. So that's how you kind of
Well,
negate the
feel is
points
on
when you
the
start putting those right. But
feel
if
is on
you
the
are
prompt
superior,
image.
if you just are superior, Tara's saying it just exists. It's not a conversation. It's not a negotiation. No manipulations involved because you already just have it. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah, but feel is
nah,
also on the prompt on the image, so it's already part of the
because
Hold up.
conversation.
No, because you like to
if you
fixate
think you
on. Hold up. Pause. Because you like to fixate on words. She already clarified that. We don't have to go back to that. But that's the whole point. If you're superior, you don't have to prove it to somebody. You don't have to let them know. You just are. You missing that. But go ahead,
No, but my point was
Chaos.
not
No,
that.
no. Your point done. Go ahead, Chaos. Come back with a better one next time.
she's giving you,
All right, how
oh
y'all
nigga,
doing? I just think that I don't feel like Hold on, my the. bad. Hold up. Shorty was up here first. I apologize. You go after Shorty Chaos. Go ahead, Shorty.
You can go. You can go.
You said, huh? Are we gonna
You can
skip
go.
you then? Go
Yeah.
ahead, Chaos. You got unmute. I muted you. Okay, I feel like the prompt is like 50-50. Some men treat women they feel inferior to a certain way, and some don't. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the person you meet and how you gauge their character. So I don't think it's necessarily blaming Hold up, but if all you of. saying it's 50, hold up, you saying it's 50-50, then that means that men who feel like women are the woman he feels that he's inferior to, he's just using another tactic, is what you're saying? Because 50-50 don't mean that half of them not doing it. Well, I was just using that as like a guesstimate Yes, that's ratio. what I'm saying. The other 50%, if they're not negging what they doing, because they still feel inferior to the woman. Why do you think every man feels inferior to a woman? No, I'm talking about the point you made. You said it's 50-50. We're talking Yeah, about men who feel inferior to a woman. Right. So that's 100%. You said 50 are doing negging. What the other 50% doing then? They're not feeling inferior. They treat them as equal. They treat them as No, no, no. companions. You said the prompt itself is giving 50-50. If we're talking about 50-50, you're splitting up the reason why they're doing. No, I'm splitting up. No, I'm no, no. splitting You're up the splitting the ratio tactic. of Hold up. men. I'm splitting
No,
up
no,
the
no.
ratio. No. Hold up. How you gonna tell me what I said? No, pause. Because now you're talking about the tactic they're using. You're No, not I'm actually not talking talking about about no the way they tactics yet. feel. I'm not So you talking need to about no reframe it. tactics.
Okay.
Hold up. Instead of you being defensive, you need to reframe what you I'm said. trying Because to that's not what you explain said. what I said and what I meant behind what I said, but you won't let me. So what did you say? I said that I think it's more of like a 50-50 type of thing, where 50% of some of the men might feel inferior to the woman, and probably the other 50% of men don't act that way. And then I stated that it's all about the people you meet and how you gauge them. You know what I'm saying? You can't just. So hold on, let's clarify. So you think All right. that only 50% of men feel inferior to women, I don't know the but the other exact 50%? ratio. That's the number you giving, so that's the I number know, we're but gonna I go don't know the with. exact ratio. I'm just giving that as an Hold on, example. I'm not, listen, sir, I'm not pressing you for a source. I'm just trying to clarify to see where you're coming from. Okay, I'm
Mm.
You're
Mm.
listening. Saying that, and the number you got, we don't care what the number is. We're just gonna go with your point. You're saying 50% of the men do you feel inferior to women and they negging, and then 50% of the men don't feel that way and they're not negging. Is that what you're saying? That's basically what I'm saying. Okay, and how did you come to that conclusion? Because I don't from a male's perspective and having a lot of male friends, I don't see them doing that. But I'm not friends with everybody, so I don't know what everybody do. But from what I see and how my friends treat their ladies, and how their ladies treat them. From what I see, it's a healthy relationship. So, you
But you
know,
don't. First of all, we're gonna take you out of it because you may not have self awareness. So we just talk about the other men. Are
mm,
you there? You're not there during the intimate parts of their relationship when they just talking and like socializing. Because here's the thing: we all know that behind closed doors. I ain't yet to finish that statement, but we all know what behind closed doors means.
yeah,
So if you saying that, hold up,
behind
yeah.
closed
So
doors, the man is the
exactly.
alpha.
So no. If we don't know what happened behind closed doors, you can't then come up here and say, well, your friends don't do it. You don't know what happened behind closed
We
doors.
know what happens behind closed bedroom doors. The men are the alpha, the women are the beta.
Now
Come
you
on
making
now.
an assumption though. That's the thing.
Okay. All right.
And where you like how do you come up with that conclusion is the point. You just saying it.
It
I'm saying
sounds
that.
to me like he just said that when men are behind in a private space with women, anything they have noticed a woman has or displays that they don't have, they perform their dominance to fix their feeling of inferiority. He just said all the men are dominant and all the
Well,
women
let's to be
are not
fair.
behind closed doors.
Well,
So why would
to
they be
be
doing that except that they felt inferior before they got there?
well
No,
to be
that's
What would be
fair
the
Bro,
though.
motivation to
why
do
Hold
that?
up.
y'all spinning
Hold
the
up. To be
word?
fair, hold up. He thinks that 50% of the men are feeling like they're inferior. So we can just half of the men ain't doing what he's saying. He's already validated that part. We only arguing the half that he claimed isn't. So I want to know how he comes to the conclusion that he's not in these homes and these relationships. That he came to this conclusion that those men are the default alpha and they not doing any manipulation tactics, even though calling yourself an alpha and saying other men are alpha is some beta ass shit. But go ahead, sir.
oh, I'll let somebody else go. I want to hear other point of views.
Because your point was weak. That's why. We could open the panel up.
I just want to say
Okay.
all I was saying before is negging is negging. That's
Hold on,
all.
you don't need to get. Amani. Hold up now. Amani.
I'm just saying I
Nigga.
took too long to say what I
No,
was trying
hold
to say.
up.
That's all.
No.
That's
Nigga. You can't come on the panel on one debate and every time your points get refuted, you want to cycle back. That shit been over for like 15 minutes. You not doing this shit again. No. Listen, I thought when you did it the first time you put it in the comments, you didn't put it in the comments and let them argue in the comments. We moving away from it, Amani.
but I feel like
You
he's
got
still
a
addressing
problem.
it.
Hold up. Nigga, you got a problem with being wrong. What the fuck is wrong with you? We moved away from your point. If it was a good point, we still be arguing it.
We
Nobody's
are.
interested. No, we not. You keep trying to bring it back up. We over it. We over your point. Believe me,
Amani
if it was a good
wake
point,
that
we can
woman up
work
Cause
out
she
her
moved
together.
away because you
sleep
was making
to
too much
continue
sense.
argument. He wake the lady up out her sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning to continue
Dark horse, I
argument.
feel like this is my
Oh
fault because I
God.
was arguing against him earlier. I'm so scared to argue against him
I
because
don't
he's
want to
No,
not
say
I'm
gonna
nothing
let
not.
to
this shit
him.
go.
I was trying to respond to what he just said.
Mm.
Can I do that?
He just let his hold up. He just abandoned his own point. Now you gonna try
No,
to
I'm making the same
what?
point.
No.
I didn't abandon it.
Yes, you did.
I just let somebody
Bro, we
else
talking about
go.
the same topic. It's
No,
like it
you
makes
didn't.
sense
You
though.
abandoned it. You had the opportunity to argue and you gave up. That's forfeiting. You abandoned the point. What the fuck?
You
All
confused
right, you
them.
got it. You got it.
Hey Drika.
Hey, Drika, Lord.
Can I say one thing and then I'm gonna go?
Who about to go? Hold up. Hold up. You could just go. Say it in the comments.
Amani was trying to get that one last thing. Oh God.
Thank you,
Y'all
Drika.
niggas be stuck. That's what if y'all don't know what the definition of stuck is,
If you want to go
that's
back
what
to
stuck
something,
that's what stuck means.
Drinker,
Trying to
he was finna make
argue
the
with
same
no
point.
intelligence behind it.
I want to go back to something too. Cause I ain't gonna lie. What's her name? Dark Horse. You said that you got to manipulate if you feel inferior, but if you manipulate somebody, usually you think you're superior in some way, whether that's in intelligence or something. So I don't agree with that. And it goes back to what I said. You don't gotta neg nobody who's inferior to you. That doesn't make any sense. They gonna
Hold
most
up, real
likely
quick.
they
Hold
gonna
up,
do
real
what you
quick.
want.
Hold up. Hold up, real quick. It's a trash ass argument. Go ahead, Shine.
I don't feel like talking no more.
All right, bye. We're gonna open the panel back up.
What the fuck is going on?
Man,
They
you know
their
damn well
lack
you
of
can't argue against what
intelligence,
I'm
you know what I'm
saying.
saying,
So so
is exposed and they don't like it. It's bruising their little egos. It's like all they gotta do is just open up the damn Google app. Like all they gotta do is just do a little. It's all they gotta do. But no,
Hey,
they don't
Auntie,
want to do that.
they won't do that. They won't
They won't.
because
They
so they're
Auntie,
tell,
refuse.
can you define egg for me real
No,
so
quick?
they're
hold up.
telling
Name my
us
name auntie nigga. Stop playing. Go ahead,
so
Summer.
they're telling us they're
All right,
not inferior.
Shorty, can
So
you define
shush,
egg real
shush. I'm
quick?
speaking. Hey, double O, thank you. So they're telling us
I
they're
go
not
ahead.
inferior. We don't know what negging is, or you should use a different word, or love bombing is different, or I got a woman's like they haven't addressed it at all. Not at all. And they got to catch by now. Some of them, a lot ain't listening, but those who are listening at least know what it means. And all they're doing is wriggling out of it. Lack of accountability. Can't discuss it.
So the thing is, they not saying shit. All they doing is trying to like disrupt the conversation, which is why they examples now, right? Anybody who been here for 5 minutes know these niggas fucking stupid. That's the thing. These niggas is fucking
Damn.
stupid.
That
It's flat
part.
out. So like, yeah,
They
y'all
really
can come in
are.
here. Hold up, y'all can come in and try to disrupt the conversation. That's fine. I love an example. I love a case study. Come up here and show us exactly what the thing is, so we can see that y'all niggas are fucking stupid. The arguments is trash. You can't keep up with your point. This nigga got his fucking feelings because he couldn't win the argument, I guess, or whatever. And y'all not saying nothing. Y'all niggas don't even know what the fuck neg mean. And y'all coming here arguing it. This man said he want to disagree with a prompt and he didn't know what the fuck was going on. That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas is stupid. Like I hope
Hey,
women are hold up for real though. I hope the women are seeing these niggas are fucking dumb. And the manipulation tactics, the reason why we can call it out on a social level, like society wise, is because they're using some script that was given to them. They're not even smart enough to come up with the shit on their own, which is why they have shit like barbershop talk. These niggas dumb as fuck.
I've been
Yeah.
saving examples because I didn't want to give them to these niggas to try to piggyback off of. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got about 3 queued up.
saving examples. What the fuck?
Yeah, because your slow ass gonna try to act like you already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold up, real
Hey, you
quick.
couldn't refute anything
Hold
I
up, hold
said
up,
though.
hold
Who's
up,
slow?
hold up. You ain't say shit. Hold up. Dio put in the comments, I'm smarter than the average woman, though. Right? Notice who he's comparing himself to. He ain't comparing himself to no damn man.
Because
I
they
thought that
can't
was
read.
interesting.
Because
Thank you,
they know
Pepper.
they can't read.
That's why they like manipulation, because to them it's like, ooh, if I can trick this woman, because they feel inferior.
Yo,
These
you
niggas,
manipulating us right
hold
now.
up. No, shut the fuck up. Say something about the prompt. You just want to get attention. Y'all unmute to say nothing because you want fucking attention. Actually, say something that's worth something or be an example. That's your two choices. That's all you got.
Women neglect men they feel inferior to. That sounds
Oh
about right.
my God.
That's not what
That's
that says.
that sounds about
Oh
right.
my
Hold up,
God.
That's
pause.
not what that
Hold
says.
up, y'all. Say that again.
Women neglect men they feel
Hold on,
inferior
stop right
to.
there. This what I'm talking about. This nigga said neglect.
Prime
This nigga think
example.
we this nigga think we talking about neglect, y'all. Like
Wait.
what the fuck?
If you didn't know no better,
Wow.
you would think that he was on point.
Stop. Please.
Mm,
Damn.
that part.
We
Damn.
not even
That's
gonna argue with that because that nigga think we talking about neglect. That's what I'm saying. Y'all fucking stupid.
Damn.
You
See,
see why I didn't make no points? Because if I
shut
had just
the
an example, we would be talking about the example, not about neglect.
you know what though? Shut the birth
mm.
rate. That's it. Shut the birth rate
Yeah,
all the
we
way
gotta
down.
stop birthing
No,
these dudes.
no more
Dude,
babies. No more. Don't sleep
he
with
got
them.
left behind. He
Wait,
got left
did
behind.
y'all listen to it? Hold on. All this time, neglect. Shut it down. Do not lay with them. It's hard for me to even say that because I actually enjoy it, but you know what? It don't matter no more. These niggas is dumb as hell.
You being a heathen, Summer, you enjoy it?
That's by
That's
our
what
Just
men.
men.
saying, there's something
That's what
wrong with
men
me.
think.
Summer. That's not your fault.
It's
That's
something
by our
wrong with me.
We enjoy intelligence.
Heathen.
No. That ain't it. No, that ain't it. Because they're not intelligent. How many times you met an intelligent man? 3 times? That ain't
Mm.
it. If you want to
He
do it, you just want to do it. They don't be smart, then it's
right.
not worth it and it's dangerous.
You
It's
get half a
biology,
word and you
Summer.
we supposed to know what it is
No,
off
no,
a
no,
half a
no, no,
word.
no,
That's
nigga,
It's
crazy.
no, nigga.
hormone
That's crazy
summer.
work.
No.
Wait a
You started
Shit,
saying
I
minute.
know
half
what
of
it
a
mean.
word.
Wait a
Hold up,
minute.
y'all. Hold up. It's not half of a word. It's a whole word, dummy. You use the different. You think it's half of a word,
He
You
doubling
dummy.
could have
You
down.
just
think it's half of a word. It's a whole
Oh,
word.
let me
you could have
Google it.
just
Let me
typed
Google
what
it.
is neg in the
He didn't
Thank
dictionary.
you.
complete it
Please
right.
Bro, you
He
do.
don't
didn't
know.
even read the
Jesus.
It's
dang prompt
This
right.
nigga
he.
still
So his
confused.
comprehension skills is not
Hey,
there.
shorty, shorty,
Oh.
can you tell us what
Don't
neg
talk to
means? I know
me.
you don't know what it
No, don't
means.
talk to
She
me.
don't want to give you
Just
attention.
talk
Hold
to
up, y'all.
me.
Let Gaslight
Yeah,
go.
why you keep cutting me off, bro? You know I know what I'm talking about. Just let me
No, you
talk.
can go. You ain't saying shit. Bye, nigga. Go ahead, Gaslight.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, I'm quite all right. Thanks for asking. Man, they women they feel inferior to. I agree. I absolutely agree with this. Um, yeah, I'm. You know what? I fully agree with this, and it happens a lot. You just kicked the dude. I don't know if you kicked him where he just left of his own volition. He may still be here. I don't know. I just heard you say bad nigga, and I trust that that nigga left. But he said something about manipulation and inferiority. The idea that you think you're superior, this is why you manipulate, that's absolutely nonsensical. You couldn't make a good argument for it. If I'm going to manipulate somebody, if I were to do it, it would be to get something that I wanted from them that they weren't giving me as easy as I wanted it, right? So if I want some money and they're not trying to come up off that money, I got a bridge for you. Now, they have something I want, so that's already showing a sign of superiority. The money. It's
Yep.
the distinction between them and I. They have it, I want it. They have it, I don't. So this is where manipulation typically comes from. Typically, not always for the average person, which that guy probably is, or below average, it's going to come from a place where someone has something you don't. And we understand superiority to mean above. So if they have it and you don't, you're below. So it's typically from a place of negation or not having. So your argument would have fell short with anybody willing to argue it with you.
But that's the problem. They're hyperfixating on inferior because they don't know what neg mean.
I know what it mean
Oh
now.
yeah, and he
That's
said
why. That's why
neglect.
we
That
up here
was
arguing.
fucking
Yeah, that's why
hilarious.
we up here arguing inferior because these niggas don't know what neg mean. You say you know what the word mean now?
Yeah, I got it now. And I kind of
All right, what?
and I kind of agree with it in some cases, but
You agree with what?
I agree men use manipulation tactics and insults and other demeaning type of stuff to try to get the girl in a different headspace to get what they want. You know what I'm saying? I could agree with that to some point.
I hope we talking about woman, but go ahead because you want to say the caveat.
Would you say?
Go ahead.
No, that was the only point I got for now.
Oh, that was it. So
Yeah,
you say you
I
some.
gotta think
Hold
about it
up.
some more.
Hold up. You don't 100% agree that's the case because you said sometimes.
Yeah, because people
So
don't
you
do
don't want
that
to get.
all the time.
So what do you think happening on the other occasions?
On the other occasions, it's just it's mutual, and the
Explain the mutual. Break that down for us.
mutual means the attraction is there from
I
both
know what
people.
mutual mean. I know you knee deep in the fucking dictionary. I'm talking about what it means in relation to the conversation, sir.
You said what again? What's the
In
last
relation
part?
to the conversation we having.
What I'm saying in relation to the conversation is that some men don't need to do them type of tactics to get to that woman. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
So they using other manipulation tactics.
Not necessarily other manipulation tactics, just taking another road to get to the point.
I want to walk
Uh-uh.
through this with you. You say that men sometimes do it to get what they want from a woman. So if they're not doing it, then it's not nagging, correct?
One more time.
Lord.
You said that what men do it sometimes to get what they want from a woman. And to be
Yeah, keep it
there
100.
there's I wasn't gonna say that. To be more specific,
Uh huh.
to nag, you know what, as a matter of fact, I want to walk you through it. So if a man isn't nagging to get what he wants, if he's not manipulating to get what he wants from a woman, then it isn't nagging, correct?
Yeah, from my understanding, yeah.
So if he's manipulating to get what he wants, then it's always nagging. Because if he's not manipulating, then it's not nagging. So if he's doing it
It's
to get what he wants, then it's always nagging. So how did you come to sometimes?
because it's some forms of manipulation. You know what I'm saying? It's not everything is a type of a manipulation. It's only some forms.
Okay, so if it's not manipulative, then it's not nagging. By definition, the actions that you must take are manipulative. So if the actions you take aren't manipulative, then it's not definitionally nagging.
Right. I
So
mean, that's what I
then
said
there's
from the
then
beginning.
all so no, you said sometimes.
Right. That's exactly what you're
You're
saying.
still not
Sometimes it's
following, are
negging,
you?
sometimes it's
Hold
not.
on, let me ask you a question.
No.
Let me ask you a
Okay.
question.
All right.
So you agreeing that sometimes a man won't neg, he may use another manipulation tactic, right?
An-
Is he
Another
above
tactic.
negging? Yeah,
Another
I got
tactic.
it. I got it.
Okay.
Is it because he's above negging or something, or is he just using another manipulation tactic?
Because sometimes negging doesn't work. If you
Okay,
dealing
pause. So that just means that the negging didn't work, so he's using another manipulation tactic. So he would still technically neg a
I
woman.
wouldn't call it manipulation.
Now you playing games.
How? It's
That's the
different.
whole
It's
point.
it's
Hold up,
different.
hold up,
I
hold
Okay.
think that's
up.
manipulation.
Whether you call it a tactic, the goal is to manipulate. So you playing games. The thing is, you're saying, well, he won't. It's not that he's above negging. It's not like he would never neg somebody. He using the manipulation tactic at work. So if the goal is to manipulate and negging is an option, he will try to neg and he will use negging if it works. So what are you saying for real?
What I'm saying is that's mainly human nature. Men and women do it. So it's just not men doing it to women. Women do it
No,
to men
really, hold
too.
up, pause.
Okay.
That goes back to the point Gaslight was making. We're talking about the intention behind it, right? So
Uh,
if y'all say, because a lot of times y'all saying women to do it to get money, right?
that's one of the reasons.
Yeah. So a woman, so if you get scammed, who's the fool?
The woman. I'm not the
Oh, no, no,
fool.
no, no, no. Listen to what I said. If you get scammed, who's the fool? Is the person got scammed or the scammer?
Depends on what kind of situation you're talking about.
No, nigga. Be for real.
What you mean?
The
If
nigga that got scammed, goddamn it.
the nigga got scammed is the fool. So if a woman is manipulating you to get your money, it's
Mm-hmm.
different from a man who's trying to manipulate a woman to break her, to get her emotionally tethered to him, to get box from her so he can keep cycling back from it. That's the thing. There's a difference. Trying to get a resource out of somebody and somebody trying to get access to the actual person.
Manipulation is manipulation. No matter how you try to, you know what I'm saying?
So
No,
Okay.
no, no. Hold
if
up.
you
No, no,
stop
hold up. No, no. Hold up. Because he's stuck, y'all.
A little bit.
Hold up, pause. You got to go back to the prompt. We're saying men are negging because they feel inferior. So I'm talking about the intention behind it. The woman isn't trying to manipulate you because she feel inferior. She's trying to manipulate you because she wants your resources. The difference is men wants access to that woman. She is the resource. So there's a difference. And she's the resource because he feels inferior on his own.
That might be true in the beginning of a relationship, but in the course of the relationship, when they know each other through thick and thin, that's when the women's manipulation tactics come into play
That's
to get
What
more
is she
shit
trying to
out the
manipulate?
man.
Hold up. What is she trying to manipulate for after the relationship's been established?
Oh, who knows what women want when they
No,
in a
no, no, no,
relationship?
sir. Just use a fucking example.
Okay, all right. Another car.
Resource. Keep going.
You know, maybe the custody of the child. You know what I'm saying?
control.
Maybe control of the more control over the household over the
Let him
man.
Mm.
keep going. Let him keep going. Because in none of these examples is he going to say that she want to manipulate the man and have access to the man. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Yeah, because you niggas just giving it out. We don't. I was going to say too that a lot of it is just attack on an attack on ego, right? And the man is going to be like, no, if I can be like you, if you too broke to buy this drink, it's okay, or what have you. You out here trying to prove yourself. It's just different. And most of the time, when a woman is and sometimes maybe fighting back, usually it's a response to you negging or what have you. And if you understand that that person is just trying to maybe gain the ground back and make things even, that's a little bit different too. They're not just coming out saying, I'm trying to destroy this man and manipulate him to get him to act a certain way. Women straight up come out and ask you, can you do XYZ? Can you say this? Can you be more this? Can you show up? They're very, 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 very direct about the actions that they want out of a man, period. Men are not, because guess what? You know that if you told what your real, I guess, goal is, she wouldn't go for it, which is why manipulation is used, because you're not going to be able to walk up to her and be like, hey, I like you like that. I don't really fuck with women like that. I'm just trying to fuck. Like, it doesn't work that way. So that's why manipulation is used, because you have to be deceitful. You cannot come out with your original intentions. Nobody's going to sign up for it.
Right.
And
That's
then
so
shit
that's y'all
starts to
fault.
fall
Yeah,
apart.
but hold up,
That's
y'all. Hold
men.
up. Hold
That's
up.
y'all fault. You got to go
Hold
through
up,
jump all these
sir.
hoops.
Hold up, sir. I just want to say, poor Monty. This would have been the perfect time to say that she's trying to get him to be back the virgin he was doing the love bomb, and he wanted to talk about love bombing so bad. Poor Monty. But go ahead,
You ain't
sir.
right.
Oh, it's on me.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
got a
Go ahead,
question for you.
man.
okay, go ahead,
Uh,
cuz.
no, I was just gonna ask you. So, if your compliment, have you ever seen the movie Precious?
Yeah, I seen it.
So, Precious, do you think she's conventionally attractive?
In somebody's eyes, not mine.
Okay, great, wonderful. So, you don't
Let me
think
just
she's
say that.
attractive?
Let me just say, her husband got more resources than you. But go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you don't think she's attractive? Would it be manipulating if you were like in her presence, you were blessed with her presence, and you were trying to extract resources out of her? If you were telling her, "Oh, you're the most beautiful woman. You're perfect just the way you are," would that be manipulation? And also, would it be nagging?
Yes.
Yes to both. Yes to one. Yes, no.
I mean, yes to the whole thing you just said. It will be negative.
Then you don't understand what nagging is. Probably go read the definition again.
Okay. Feel good now?
I feel better. I don't know if good is the state that is how I would quantify it.
All right.
Yeah. So the reason I told you this is because it's significant to this feeling of inferiority. When you nag a woman, you're putting her down so that you have a better chance to get some type of sexual favor from her, right?
Or
You're putting
or
her.
or
No,
you
no,
want
no.
her to or you want her to
There is
lose
no.
30 pounds. One or the other.
There's no or. Well, the definition specifically says for sexual favor. It
That's
doesn't use
part
the
of
word
it.
favor.
That's part
Well,
of it.
it's contingent on it being a sexual exchange, sir. This is why I told you probably go read the definition again.
I got
But
it written down in front of me. And
uh,
sexual
you
advances at the bottom of it. That's all.
No, he was
It's
yeah,
saying
all
he
yeah,
wasn't here,
because
but
it's
that's
contingent on
hold
that.
up. I want to say this because y'all wasn't here. Doc was actually because it sounded like you got the Oxford definition. She's providing the Webster's definition, and it gives even more context. So
okay.
that's the thing. Again, again, that go back to Bloom's taxonomy, y'all. You can't just read a definition and think, "Oh, I got it." That's why when you was in school and you figure out the definition, they told you to rewrite it in a sentence so you could show understanding. You got to process it a little bit.
I
You see
got
what I'm
the
saying?
gist of the definition.
Yeah,
No,
so it's even if so, let's just go with off the gist of it. It requires you to put her down. It's to lower her. And if
But
you're lowering somebody to have a chance with them, it's because you feel inferior. Like I don't care which dictionary you look in, it's going to one of the requirements is to bring some or put someone down. And in most cases, it'll be bringing them down because you're beneath them. This is
okay, let me
why you're putting them down so that you can be level with them. So if
yeah,
you
understand.
because
have
I'm
to
not.
nag
Hold up.
them, you're already inferior.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. Even if he's saying you want your partner to lose weight or whatever, right?
It,
If you really want your partner to lose weight, you want to come up with ideas where y'all can like work out, support them through that. You giving an insult is to try
sometimes
to knock
that don't
them
work.
down. Hold up,
Sometimes that don't
sir,
work.
sir, sir, sir. sir.
Yes, I'm here.
Respect, like, listen. When you throwing insults, you're trying to knock a person down the peg. Let's be for real.
Right.
Nagging someone that's not how you're gonna get them to be healthy and happy and taking care of their weight or whatever. They may not even be on the same that might not even be their goal. That's the thing. It all comes down to manipulation. Partner there's a certain weight. You would just leave else. But
Can
you
I
can't
give an
do that.
example?
Hold up. Trying to get that particular person, manipulate them. Like I say, if that's your standard and it's not a standard, again, you would just leave that person and go find somebody else. But we know y'all niggas ain't gonna do that.
Okay, so is this negging? Because you saying it never works. My little cousin, she was like,
We're not doing hold up. We're not doing anecdotal. We don't know your
no,
little
this.
cousin. No,
I'm just
no.
gonna give. I
Hold
want to
up.
hear your perspective
Hold
on
up. Hold up. Hold up. No. I don't like the way little cousin sound, first of all.
it.
I don't
if
like the
I
way that sounds.
if I made a
No,
comment
no,
to
hold
her,
up. No,
We don't
no.
know if she on Ozempic, sir, so we don't want to hear what you think, how you think your words
No,
magically
I
work
don't
on the lady,
no,
sir.
no, that
it do,
no.
it
Please,
do,
Hold
it
save
up.
do.
it.
Hold up. The reason why I don't
Unless you
like
pay
little
for the lady
cousin,
gym membership.
hold up, Morgan. The reason why I don't like little cousin, because sometimes they be talking about children. So no, we're not going to do the little cousin. If he want to frame it as an example
Uh
outside
huh.
of himself, then that's
Uh huh.
fine. But we're not going to talk about little cousin. That's crazy.
Okay. All right. Can I just give the example I was talking about? All right.
I just
So I went down to see the family, right? And
this man is not conceptualizing what people are saying.
She said not your little family member. Damn.
It's crazy. I literally explained why you can't do it, and then you asked if you could do it and proceeded to do it anyway.
I
What the
didn't
fuck?
I didn't like concentrate on a specific family member. I just said in
No,
general, a
no, no,
family
no. We're
member.
not. You're not using anecdotal. You can
Okay.
use it as in general.
Okay. Okay.
So while he's trying to figure that out, one thing I really enjoy about people is they tend to say what they mean. He said if his woman was too big, he would shame her to knock her down.
Yep. Yep.
Down would be a decline. And the incentive for her getting her shit together is because you're displeased. So if you're displeased and you're knocking her down, you're bringing her to a level where you're pleased, which is beneath you because, as you stated, you're knocking her down. So once she's where you are pleased, lower, she's where you are because you didn't uplift her to lose weight. You knocked her down so that you're pleased with her. It's
As
inferior, bro.
as long as
Yeah,
the
no, because
as long as it
real
gets
quick.
done is you
Hold
know
up,
what
real
I'm saying?
quick. No, 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 hold up. Because I think the misconception is that like her being overweight is somehow her being lesser or something, right? If now she's has an eating disorder and she's not eating healthy, she not her focus is coming away from her hobbies and she's focused on her weight now, that's still knocking somebody down. So just the weight in itself is not the measurement, it's the behavior. So yeah, that would be accurate.
And
Yeah,
how do
because
you
what you're stripping from her is her confidence, right? You're trying to
That's
take
on
from
you.
her the confidence that she has.
I'm
That
bringing
her
it back.
confidence,
Mm-mm.
and you're doing that in the hopes that she will try to regain confidence by doing whatever you said you want her to do.
Okay. So it
And then you will
like
stop your mental assault.
it was not a mental assault, it was just a statement, you know what I'm saying, that she took to heart and she lost the 30 pounds by
Literally
next
a
next June.
mental assault. You literally just defined mental assault. It's a statement that she took to heart.
Was it in
I
front of
don't
people, sir? Since you just keep wanting to tell us, can you just answer that? Was
okay.
there an audience when you did that? When you said whatever you said to whomever, was there an audience?
I think it was like 3 or 4 people around.
So that's also humiliation. So you were making it normal for that person to be humiliated and for those people to see that person humiliated. You actually did quite a bit of social harm.
It worked.
Yeah, that's an assault.
It worked.
And and it
She's
also worked to make her that person more vulnerable to abuse in the future. FYI.
I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't think so. She
You
looks
know what?
good. She
Interesting.
looks good.
You said it worked.
Yeah.
how's
She
the
looks
relationship with
consumable
her?
to you.
Cause
She
she,
looks sexually desirable to
hold
you.
on, no,
Well,
That's
no,
what
hold
good
on, Morgan.
means.
Hold on, Morgan. Hold on, Morgan.
don't get
How's
sick
her?
with it. Okay, that's a
How's her?
family
How's
member. Don't
her?
get sick with it.
How's her relationship with you?
Very strong.
And you said this is your woman.
No, I can't. Well, I don't know if the moderator want me to say it, but it's a family member.
He
It's a,
saw a
Okay.
family member in a family setting and started talking about and criticizing their appearance. And
I
the
said,
result,
I
he
said,
said, is that they lost weight and they now look physically attractive to him per his taste, though they
Yeah.
no.
cannot be the
Yeah.
subject of
Yeah.
his sexual romantic interest.
That's exactly what he said. You said she's appealing. Hey, listen, bro.
I just said she lost 30 pounds. It
You
looks
No,
from the
but
good.
here's the
south, ain't
thing.
you?
Hold
Huh?
up. He's like,
You
hold
from the
up. He's sitting here saying she lost 30 pounds like he was the cause of it. It was
Yeah,
his
I
insulin.
was.
Hold up, sir. No, the fuck you wasn't.
In my head, I was.
In your head, that's accurate. You got that.
Okay, okay.
in his head, she looked good enough to touch.
Oh God, here we
We
go.
family,
And
Can
here
I
bitch.
we
We
say
go.
that's why
kissing
I hate the
cousins.
scamming though? That's why I hate the women are negging us to scam us out of our money. You're praising something 9 times for 10 that cost that woman money.
How they cost her money?
Even if you want to have sex, if because weight loss costs money.
She worked
And
hard for that weight loss.
even if you just want to have sex with
But hold
somebody,
up, Morgan. Hold up, because he's trying to take credit for this woman's journey to lose weight because he insulted her.
yeah,
That's
he
what I'm
thinks that's how
saying.
she got the time and the money to be consistent over
Like
time,
she did,
to
the
give
way
both
he's
time and
framing it,
money consistently.
She told me
the
that
way
was her
he's framing
motivator.
it
That
is
she
like if
told me
hold
that,
up,
you know.
hold
So
up.
I'm just going off
No,
what she
no,
said.
nigga.
You know
No,
what I mean?
nigga.
You know what I mean?
No. No, you fucking creepy. That's the thing. You sound like the creepy relative. That's the thing. Like you, first of all, you talking about your little cousin's weight, inappropriate, right? You don't. This is the thing, and I'm explaining something to y'all, which is why I gave the explanation I did earlier. Y'all can't think just because somebody lost weight that they achieved like this goal and they better off and they leveled up or whatever. There are people who have eating disorders. There are people who are sick. You don't know what the situation is. He doesn't. That's his little cousin. She don't fuck with him, and he
Yes,
like,
she
oh,
do.
she did it.
Yes, she do.
Shut your weird ass up. And now he like, oh, she did it all because of me and my negging. That's the thing. Y'all want to take credit for shit. Y'all want to criticize people, and when people when they it's interesting because it's like when somebody will talk about you, they won't acknowledge you for things, but then when they're around other people, they want to big up your accomplishments because he feel like he got proximity to it. That woman don't fuck with you. You weird.
You real weird because you saying that you assaulted her verbally in public and humiliated her and normalized that for your group to do to her because you wanted to help her, but you don't care about the harm you could cause. You just care that it makes you look powerful.
No, I care that she keep herself healthy.
You don't care about her health. We just talked
Oh,
about her
girl,
cortisol,
please.
Hold
an
up.
eating
Girl,
disorder
please.
that can permanently damage her intestines. You don't care about that lady.
Girl,
You
please.
So
don't
hold up.
care.
I
Hold
know her
up. Hold
mental
up.
state better than
Hold up.
you.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. We're
Okay.
gonna continue this conversation. You got cam up. If we gonna continue this conversation, you gotta cam the fuck up.
Oh, I got a cam
We
up.
need hold on, yeah, we need to see your full body image. We need to see your hairline, right? And we need a 360 of the room that you sitting on, nigga. Like, let's be for fucking real, y'all. That's what I'm
Goddamn.
saying.
That's
Yeah,
that's.
goddamn,
I don't do
exactly.
all that. I don't do all that.
Of course you wouldn't. You
Why? What
wouldn't
you
do
mean?
that.
What you
No, no,
mean?
no.
I don't know
Don't
y'all
tell me
like
You
that.
you
don't
do
want
all
to.
that. No,
I don't
no.
know y'all like that. Come
Mm-hmm.
on now.
Would you say, Dark Horse?
I said yes because guess what? He don't want to get nagged. He don't want no constructive criticism on what he can work on and improve. And normally, it's always someone acting out of their own insecurities when you go outside yourself and
Hmm.
tell somebody else what they can do
Hmm.
instead of maybe taking a class, getting a degree, learning a new hobby, anything to improve yourself, traveling, saving to do that. You're not working on that. So you're going to go outside of yourself to ignore the things that you don't have right. But none of us,
I take three vacations a
none of
year, and
us,
I work out
none of
every other
us,
day.
That's not what we talking
none,
about.
That's what she
but
talking
what?
about.
No, but I
Hold
mean,
on.
if you say you're not camming up, that's what it means. You
Oh, okay.
understand that there are things about all of us that someone on the outside could maybe put down or roast or what have you. So if you found someone who's a little bit more sensitive to that, you're just a bully.
I
Because
can be a
there's
bully
someone who makes
sometimes.
more than you, there's someone who looks better than you,
Yeah,
all those things.
yeah,
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
It's punching down, and all it means is that you're insecure because we should be working on ourselves. We don't have enough time before we leave this planet to ever talk about anybody else. We could be spending
No,
100% of that energy on ourselves, but y'all don't because y'all
And
understand the.
hold up,
Go
Morgan.
ahead. I'm sorry, Morgan.
No, I
no,
was
you're
gonna
okay.
say
And to the
hold up
prompt,
real quick, cause he not gonna cam up, but I could tell by that extra vibration. That nigga can't fucking. I can hear that shit in your throat. You ain't got no way to fucking talk. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Morgan.
Okay.
to the prompt, sir.
Uh huh.
What Dark Horse was explaining to you is how women are socialized around a socially promoted hierarchical position. If a woman is said to be smarter, if she proves it through test and examination, if she proves she has leadership by ascending, she is taught to not rub other people's nose in that. She's actually most of the time taught that that's only valid if she can replicate the trait.
You really believe that?
I'm telling you most women's experience.
You
And
okay? You know most
you through
women.
your language are revealing your male conditioned experience, sir.
That's true. That's true. That last part true. That's the only part though.
Keep in mind, it's the same motherfucker who thought neg was a abbreviation for neglect.
Neglect. Yeah,
I
you're
thought
right.
we left that alone.
Nah, sir, because you
Mm-mm.
so dumb. I couldn't even make my original, like one of my strongest examples. I saved it because you just really derailed us with how slow you is
All right. So
and
what's it?
confident. And you confident with being slow, but then you gonna tell this lady she can't be confident in whatever weight she in because you
That
don't
lady don't
like
give a fuck
it.
about now.
Because you don't like it. And then
Cause
you gonna come tell us that lie
I know she can do better, and she
to
did.
make us people give a fuck about what you think. Don't
Yeah,
nobody give a fuck
Let
about what you think.
you right about
let's
that.
just address the fact that one, this is your younger cousin. This isn't even like someone who is your age. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and as much as you might think it was appropriate, that's hella inappropriate because one, you can't tell her from any man's perspective when you're not her age. She's supposed to be going after and courting people of her own age. Is
Yep.
she not?
Yep. You're right.
Okay, so from that perspective alone, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Even though she probably never said anything to you, because she probably do respect you, she probably still has mad love for you. She probably hates you deep down inside and ain't gonna say nothing to you or hates you specifically for that one thing and probably hasn't gotten over it. And
Yeah,
she will
they
never express that because out of some way, the bullying or whatever the case you want to call it, it was a gut punch. But when she was ready, she decided to change her life. You're in
okay.
here speaking for your baby cousin as though you are the exact reason. Like you can speak for her and you're not even her. How can you speak for somebody else's feelings when you
Can I?
have no clue?
Can
She
I
may have
answer?
went to the hold on, let me finish, let me land. That girl, as she grows up, she has to go and get doctor's appointments way more often. Women have to go in than men. We already know that the studies already don't show what our BMI is supposed to be because they never even correctly went through our BMI percentage as opposed to white people. That data that's saying that women are obese hasn't been updated since way in the 20s. That's not even updated medical research or information that they're going off of. And they didn't
Mhm.
even include black women in the study. We don't gain weight the same way they do. And I'm going to assume by hearing your voice that you are an African American male or of the diaspora. So for you to take information that is from the government that wasn't even built for us. Medical system, it's statistics that aren't even for us. They're specifically towards white people and use that against your cousin to try and manipulate her into feeling bad about herself to go and do anything. You try to bully your cousin into doing something. And it doesn't matter any way you try and word that, any way you try and fix that. You are an older gentleman who tried to bully a younger girl. It's damn near grooming.
Okay.
That's grooming. That's the definition of grooming. Even
Okay.
though you are not supposedly sexually attracted to her. Why are you worried about who is she going to be sexually attracted to? And there are men who do like bigger women.
Can I
But why
answer
are you
now?
concerned about that?
Can I answer
Yes, go
now?
But
ahead.
before hold up, before you
Okay.
say that, hold up. I want to remind y'all that this nigga don't even have a profile picture up. That nigga didn't even put his own picture on his screen. I think that's important. If we're gonna talk about anything, the fact that this nigga up here not camming up with extra vibrations in his throat.
Well, I'm gonna be
What do
honest,
you
sister.
don't
I
hold
can
up, hold
already
up, hold
tell
up,
he
hold
fat.
up, hold up, hold up. He don't know what words
Damn,
mean.
I'm a little chubby.
You are. We
Exactly.
know.
Hold
We
We
up.
can
know
hear
you're
it in
not a
your breathing.
nutritionist, sir.
Hold up. Y'all gotta stop cutting me off because I'm gonna drop y'all. Here's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier. The same things that people are insecure about, they will attack you about. This nigga won't even put his fucking face on the screen. It's an avatar. That's not even the default avatar. It's literally nothing. It's nothing. And he can't cam up. And older relatives are supposed to be mentors to the next generation, not bullies. That's what I'm saying. This is an insecure man. He just gave an example of negging. He did it to his little cousin. He probably need to be in jail. We're gonna leave it at that. What's up, Mama?
Yo, Tyra, what's the word though? You know me, I'm
What's
here.
going
You
on?
feel me? Shout out to everybody. How y'all doing tonight? You alright? Yeah, so as far as your prompt though, I ain't even gonna lie, I low key agree with it though. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple niggas out here. You bitch made niggas. You feel me, Tyra? Like, they really be on some Helga shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ever seen Helga and Hey Arnold? They really be on that shit. You feel me? Like necking women that they feel inferior to type shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's to, compromise for their lack of confidence or whatever they lacking in. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna disagree, but if I hear some wild shit, you already know what kind of time it
Now
on.
hold up, hold
But
up, hold
yeah,
up. What do you think about a nigga who's scared to put his own picture on the screen talking about one of his younger relatives?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, right? I feel like everybody should have confidence like mama. And if you ain't trying to put your picture on the screen, you weird. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. Like me, hate me. It is what it is. Everybody should be a mama, you heard? Word. Shout out to the Martians though. That's just me though. You get me?
Dear
Word.
mama
That's
is
how I'm
crazy.
feeling. Yeah, you got to be a Martian, you heard? That's how I'm feeling out here. You feel me? I would never not put my picture on the screen because next thing you know, like, I'm saying, like, I'm not saying niggas be using it. A lot of people, they be just using the app. Like me, I feel like this. If in my head, I look good, you could call me ugly. I don't care. You feel me? Your opinion don't run the world. So I'm going to pop my shit. You feel me? I'm going to put my image on the screen. I might cam up every here and there. And I don't care. Word. But that's what I got to say. You feel me? But go ahead, Terror, run the show. You the boss. If I hear some wild shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a genre. I mean,
Chaos, he said you was weird. Panel open, y'all.
who said what?
You said that nigga was weird.
Yeah, that shit weird though. To not put your picture on cam, like unless you like no Diddy, unless you like overly handsome and they on your body like that, like
No,
it's one or
they
two
not.
niggas. Like no Diddy, right? Hear what I'm saying, right? Terry, it's one or two niggas that ain't gonna put their picture on cam, right? The niggas that's overly handsome, no Diddy, and the niggas that's they
No,
facially like
no, no.
facially challenged type
Hold
shit.
up. I don't give a fuck what that man look like. If he think he look good, he gonna put the fucking camera in his fucking face. That's definitely gonna happen. I don't know what you talking about that part.
I agree, Tara. And if they ain't trying to do that, that mean they facially challenge you, heard? Word. I'm going on mute though.
Facially challenged was my shit. But I said they be insecure as fuck and looking to bother anybody else, especially somebody who'll go for it. Because it's not just like someone who's like, that doesn't have weight. If she told you that you need to start reading books, you know what I'm saying, you need to read 10 books by the end of the year, you could be insulted, right? But y'all have to remember too that men can nag because of the threat of violence too, right? Because if you say something to her, she may have to eat it. Because if she says something back, things can go left like real fast. So I think that men know and take advantage of a lot of their perks that they have being a man, to say and do shit. Most times a woman is gonna try to get away from you, right? She gonna start, let me start playing on my exit, this motherfucker on my ass, and she's not gonna go back. So I think y'all be thinking because the women don't clap back, then yeah, she heard what I said. I'm the nigga. No, it's not that. She don't fuck with you no more. She's gonna start moving around and see you less and less. You didn't do anything, but in y'all dumbass mind, you be like, yeah, I did that shit. Like, come on now. She just don't fuck with you. That's it.
Hold on, Dark Horse. I agree with you. She definitely don't fuck with that nigga. Do you think that is a man that's so handsome he wouldn't put his picture on the screen? Like, am I tripping?
I was gonna comment on that because I have I already got a theory about it. And I keep telling y'all that most of the time, if we do have somebody that's like handsome, it's rare. But if they handsome or they're self-confident, they usually are not like overtly misogynistic and nasty to women. They usually way more easygoing. So I feel like y'all be showing y'all fucking hand when y'all trying to put down women and insult women. That's just you coming out of you. That's it. But these niggas who got it like that, them motherfuckers are on cruise control, easy street every day, laughing, joking, kicking it, get access to women, know how to talk to women. They're not doing the thing that chaos is doing. I'm just saying that. I can tell people who got a vibe, people who have access, people who are enjoyable to be around, look good, take care of themselves. They just don't carry themselves like these other motherfuckers. So I am biased. I am biased. I believe that
No,
men who
I
are
agree
good
with
looking
your
are,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, because they're not gonna have the same insecurities. But
There
even
you go.
still, he definitely putting his fucking picture on the screen. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, they show it.
But the only reason that I even stated anything about the young lady being big or not right is because I find it very crazy, this double standard in men, right? Because let's just be honest. Most of the girls who are naturally built thick, like with hips and shape, when they were younger, what were they? What size were they? This is
But
why are you looking at a child like and being like, oh, that you're gonna be this, you're gonna be why are you putting a child down?
How do you know she was a child?
A
hold
younger
up, hold
woman.
up.
She was younger than you.
Okay, that's better.
But not only that. Like, if y'all think that women who are big not being chased by niggas, y'all fucking delusional.
No, that too. Like bigger girls do get a lot more play than what people would think, even though it's not being mentioned or brought up, or that's not your taste. Like everybody has their own thing. But at the same time, to act like bigger women are not desirable or desired is crazy. To act like there aren't big women who are healthy, like we have big women who are freaking Olympians and athletes. They're tall, but they're big. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Because
That's the
why
point
does
I
it
was
have to be
making. Hold up.
desired?
But that's
Why
the
And you
why
know
did
what?
they
hold
She
up,
why
right
hold up,
can't
though
it
hold
be
up,
because
hold
healthy? Why
up,
can't they be
hold
just be
up,
healthy?
hold
They
up.
are healthy though.
Hold up, y'all. That's the point I was making earlier, because the assumption made earlier is, oh, you lost weight, you're healthier. There are people who lose weight, and it's because they developed an eating disorder. There are people who lose weight because they're sick. There are people who losing weight because they so busy and they not eating properly. We can, like, that's another assumption that's being made. And I'm glad you made that point. That, like, oh, you just not healthy. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be eating healthy, and that, like, it can't be a result from not being healthy. But y'all assumption, oh, this person's smaller, they must be healthy, is not true.
Well, that's not
Remember
what I'm
Eddie
Tara,
saying
Griffin?
at
niggas be
all.
lying out here, bro. Niggas be dead lying. It be the same ones talking about big women. They got a big girl in their DM. They probably a pull up on them. Hey yo, listen, bro. Niggas be fronting out here, b. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Niggas that be lying, son.
Facts.
Like
Remember
the same dudes that be talking about, yo, we don't fuck with XYZ, be the same people fucking with XYZ.
we heard.
Just
Everybody got
saying.
their
So
preference.
like,
Shit
hold
crazy.
on, So like, remember the comedian Eddie Griffith way back in the day? He had that Malcolm and Eddie show. Skinny, skinny, skinny. Heart disease, heart attack, heart like a lot of people got a lot of health issues in their skinny, high cholesterol, blood pressure, whatever. And like we really be making that assumption wildly. And as she said, those BMI standards don't have nothing to do with us. Those standards are racist. The whole thing don't make sense. And nigga, you fat. We can hear it.
You can hear it,
I
huh?
mean, chaos.
No
It's a
shade,
fat
we can.
laugh. Stop with the fat
That's a
laugh.
fat
But
laugh.
I'm fat, so I don't want you to think I'm insulting. But I'm fat and
Oh,
proud.
I don't. It's all good.
But it is about your self perception. So it doesn't matter if you are skinny, underweight, if, medium overweight. It's about your self perception, and that's why I said that people will find somebody that they can pick on, and no matter what's going on, you'll find an insecurity and then start negging them about that. Like, yo, you if you all right, but if you did this, it would be so much better. It doesn't matter. You're just gonna look for someone's insecurity and start pulling at that fucking string and see if it'll unravel. That's what
Isn't
I'm
that
talking
isn't
about. So
that
you
why
have to look
women
at
get
that in
BBLs?
yourself.
Isn't that why women get BBLs?
Oh God.
because they feel
Yeah.
inferior in their head, right? Ain't that why?
Is that what you
Exactly.
think?
Exactly. Exactly.
No, that's
Can't
not why
answer.
women get
You can't
BBLs.
answer a question with a question.
No, it doesn't.
That
It
I
doesn't
said
reflect.
no. That was an answer. No is an
Oh, okay.
answer.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
No.
When people go get surgery, there's typically a standard when they're getting surgery from a surgeon that is registered and licensed. There's a standard of health that they have to be measured to have to risk their body in surgery.
And
What
lives.
the girls were trying to tell you, the women were trying to tell you was if what you were saying was true, which we don't believe, but let's entertain that you can talk to somebody so bad that they try to avoid you talking or anyone else talking to them that way. And for some reason they eventually believe you. There are people who had temporary eating disorders to force themselves to lose weight that permanently damage their metabolism. Permanently.
That wasn't my
And they
case though.
cannot fix it into their old age. And that's a normal thing that happens with very extreme dieting. But because you don't care about what we're talking about and you don't live the lifestyle, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I do not understand what you're talking about. I'm just saying that's not the case I was in. That's other people's shit. That's not
No,
mine.
he think he got a gotcha, but that's why you got these niggas walking around with glue in their head now. That's the thing. Like y'all, like nobody's saying people don't have insecurities. It's not the guy. You didn't say shit. That's what I'm saying. Like you doing the same shit Amani was doing earlier. You trying to get your get back because you fucking stupid. You was making dumbass points earlier, but
Okay.
you didn't connect it. Hold up, you didn't connect it to anything. You just saying that yeah, women have insecurities, men have insecurities. Now what? You didn't tie it to a point. You're not saying nothing, sir. To be like, oh, ooh, nigga, you ain't say shit. Keep up.
I
I'd
ain't gonna
also
lie.
like to point out you're using your personal experience. So how are we able to fact check this with your cousin? And you just brought your cousin in on the conversation, and we can't even fact check none of this with her.
Oh, it's not that deep. You don't gotta fact check nothing.
I mean, you used the example, so
And
Everything
I'm
with you
and I'm
niggas is
trying
trust
to
me, bro, which is why we try to keep the situation and the conversation general because
Yeah.
now it's standing on like this is supreme fact. We don't know that shit. It ain't supreme fact. We're talking about generalizations. And generally, if someone, specifically men on this prompt, if they are trying to attack a woman for whatever, it's because she is out of reach, out of range. She's not doing what he wants her to do. So he's trying to manipulate her and he's going to try to trick her because whatever he did, straight up asking for it, ain't working. Straight up, because you can straight up say, hey, do you want to work out? You don't want to do that. It may be too much accountability. Yeah, I do want to work out. Will you go with me? No, I ain't trying to do that. So a lot of it is just to abandon the person and see if they'll go ahead and do whatever you want and then come back to you with the new results. Like, here, I changed it. Do you like me now? They're just seeking approval. So you can only neg somebody you're seeking approval from. Excuse me, that's seeking approval from you. So you're manipulating the person that you know wants your approval, which is why we're working on telling women, hey, no, 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 no. You don't need that nigga's approval.
if he a
What
good
is your
nigga, you
daddy?
do. If
What
he a
is your
good nigga, you
daddy?
can. You can
Daddy,
listen to
brother,
him. If you
nigga.
a good
No, we
nigga, you
don't.
can.
We are all independent humans. We're not listening to anybody but ourselves.
Hmm.
That's what we have to do. If inside of that person they want to make a change, that's the only change they need to ever make. Ones that are for themselves. You don't change shit for somebody else on the outside. It doesn't work that way. Damn, what's wrong with y'all? Mind your own business, Cass. I told you to read some books this year. Work on you.
And you
Family
gotta say
members are
what
my
book.
business.
No, read your grade level books.
Man, I read 3 books every
No,
four or
like
five
hold up.
months.
All right, you reading Cat in the Hat. We don't know what the fuck you read. Listen to what I'm saying. Because I want to be clear to y'all. If your older cousin was online talking shit about how he was fucking insulting you, you lost weight, you don't fuck with that nigga. That's why I said she don't fuck with you. You're not really saying nothing. We just so far away from the topic, which is what happened when niggas don't understand the definitions of words. So let's just like we're gonna dead that conversation for real. Go ahead, Otto.
How you guys doing?
What you doing? What's up? What you want to say about the prompt?
Um, um, no, do men
Huh?
need to feel inferior? Do men need to feel inferior to women? I don't think so. Um, I don't. I just caught the back end of what you were talking about. Sorry for
Hold on. Don't us to that first of all.
forgive me. My
Why
bad.
don't you think? Why don't you think so?
That men need to. Why do I feel? Why don't I think men? Say that again. Sorry.
What neg mean?
Hurry up, look it up.
What does neg mean? Negative.
Mm-hmm.
Negative. Talking about negative, right?
No, look it up, dog. Look it up. Trust.
No, hold up. If y'all ain't getting 1 point, just know that these niggas is fucking stupid. That's all I'm saying. Just because a word is short, don't just assume you know what it means. Like, do y'all know a lot of people can't define the without using the word the in the definition? These niggas stupid. That's all it is. That's this motherfucker said he caught the conversation. Like, don't know what the fuck going on. It's shit. Y'all niggas be lonely. Y'all need attention. Y'all don't be saying shit. But y'all niggas dumb. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow and talk about how dumb y'all niggas is. Thank y'all for coming and supporting live though. I hope y'all have a